Okay, I've unmuted myself. I was just testing like visual quality and stuff like that, making sure we were good to go there. But yeah, we're freaking live, man. I could not be happier. It is finally Friday. I have been, huh? Okay. Turn it down a little bit to about 55. See how that sounds. Might turn it down more if turns out to be just too loud when we're in like combat and stuff like that.
I think it could be.
What, too loud?
Yeah, I just worry that during combat it would...
Okay. No, I'll turn it down even more. It's fine.
Hey, you push this up or no?
No. I like can't push to talk and play.
Yeah, just fix it.
I wonder if the servers just went down because some people are saying like, "Oh, we're back, we're back." I wonder if that's like the servers just went down or something. I could probably just missed that. You know, I will forever want to press the shift key to sprint, and there is no shift key to sprint in this game. In fact, there's no sprint, period, which is kind of weird.
There is one possibility. The lost pirates of Traitors Hold their weapons fresh enough to...
I also learned yesterday that there is actually encumbrance in this game, which I did not know that. So you can like definitely have too much stuff in your inventory, which of course makes sense. I mean, I figured it was a space thing, but it seems like it's are these upcoming war. 4 quests available. Okay, so there's just quests there. I got it. 3 quests available there. I guess I'll go to these places first, because like that's where my quests lead me to for now. But I mean, there might. Oh. All right, hang on. I'll set it up.
Sorry, it's just so hard to tell. Maybe in the 40s?
We'll try that.
I have Stringboard.
And see if it's any better. Is there even an exit over here? I find myself like really fucking confused by this town sometimes. Like I'll think that I'm going towards the exit and I'm actually like going towards a dead end. You can hear both? Okay. That's good. I also found out that apparently I picked the like worst performing faction currently, which is kind of funny. I mean, I don't care. In terms of PvP anyway. Basically, like, the factions have, like, they have control over, like, certain parts of the map and stuff like that. And, that's how, they're, like, I don't know. Whole point of it is, I guess, you, like, control certain nodes in the map and get, like, certain buffs and stuff. Which is like the whole premise to like guild wars and stuff too, I think. So they kind of take that approach, like it's sort of like a PvP, like world at war type of thing. You level and stuff and quest alongside people of the opposing faction. So it's not like an all-out like PvP fest, unless you want it to be. Like you can flag yourself for PvP and fight other players, and then I'm assuming there are certain areas of the game that are just like always contested, like always just a PvP zone. So you know, it's like any other traditional PvP centric MMORPG in that regard. But it's fun. I mean, like, I have not been disappointed so far. There have been some bugs, but all things considered, it is certainly not the worst Certainly not the worst MMO launch I've ever played. In fact, I've played some really, really bad ones. The worst one that comes to mind is like Diablo 3. Why did the spotlight? Well, that's what I want to know. Hold on a second. This game has like an in-game streaming spotlight, which is kind of cool. But I wanted to make sure that it's like actually on. It says like it's off, so which is weird. That sucks. Yeah. Create a subscriber army session and give your viewers a chance to join your group or company. I mean, I guess, like, if you guys want to. Oh, it failed to start. See, this is how you know we're in a beta test right now. There are no available sessions for you to join. Okay, well, it's all good. I don't need to stream to have fun, man. I can have fun on my own. I do want to try different builds today. Like, I feel like you know, I've been using this, like, sword and board build, and I feel like it's cool. It's kind of generic, but it's, like, sort of weak, I guess. Doesn't do a lot of damage. It's, like, just kind of, I mean, what you would expect, like, sword and shield to be. So, we'll see. I do want to try, like, there's, like, this dexterity build that uses, like, a rapier. Oh, yeah, and I was using a healing staff, too, which healing staff actually seems, like, pretty strong. Like, it's not bad. It does, like, a decent amount of damage. Jesus Christ. I expected it to be, like, pretty weak, because, you know, it's a fucking healing sword and board. Yeah. It's definitely not the most exciting build ever. Like, when people think sword and board, they think like tank. I was trying to go more for like an offensive tank, since this is a PvP based game. Sworded and boarded. Sworn and born. Sworn and corn. Oh, there are mushrooms. I know that's right. This is what you can't. I have to have a sickle for that. This soul Desiree on this game. Yeah, I know, right? Like, why would you need a sickle to harvest mushrooms? Like, literally just fucking pick them. Can I go up here? Probably not. Yeah, it's like, this game is probably created by, like, nerds who've, like, never been outside. They're like, I think you need, like, special tools for picking mushrooms. Landmark charted. So I guess that animation comes up anytime you discover a new place. And apparently these guys are level 13. I'm level 11. Oh god. Oh god. There's a bunch of them. Okay, he's dead. Okay, okay. That's enough. Relax. It's not that serious. God! I don't want to die. No! That was really fucking close. I could have used the healing potion. Who can relate? Yeah. I saw some post about how Metal Playgrounds before it was replaced by plastic actually seemed to help mushroom. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. That's like some wild scientific shit right there, but I mean, I guess I could see it. But how exactly would the metal playgrounds help the mushrooms? Because the spores can stay on the, Okay, maybe I shouldn't have initiated this guy. I'm gonna... Oh god, there's people back here too. Help me! I have no idea. Yeah, I was assuming, like, maybe the spores could, like, stay in contact with the metal longer or something. I don't know, but, like, that seems like it would be the case of plastic too. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of them. Alright. That's alright, I'll leave. I'll take my leave, guys. That's fine. Okay, they don't chase for that long. Got it. Alright, I'm back. Okay, you can't camp here. So, can I use my staff and heal myself? That would be cool.
Bodies!
Does this heal me? No. How do I target myself? Can I target myself? Actually, yes, I'm spreading false info because I think it had to do with... Oh my god. How do I target myself with this? Okay, that seemed to work. So do you have to just... That seems kind of stupid. Like, you have to, like, be right on top of yourself to heal. Put some respect on Lord of the Rings. Thank you. Lord of the Rings deserves to be respected. Did you know they're making a Lord of the Rings show? It's supposed to take care of, or it's supposed to... Holy shit. Starting to get like a Jack Sparrow vibe from this. It's supposed to take place like 1,000 years before The Hobbit, I believe. And apparently they have like an absolutely insane budget, which the person that told me about it I was like really skeptical at first, like when they said it, because I was like, look, Lord of the Rings is not something you fuck with. Like, you don't just make a Lord of the Rings show, because if you fuck it up, it will be like, people will be pissed. Before Hobbit. Yeah. Like, you can't fuck up a timeless classic like that and not catch, like, a ton of heat. So, apparently their budget is really crazy, and apparently they, are, like, going all out. But we all know what happened to Game of Thrones, and I think people are kind of, like, weary of that happening again. Even though, obviously, this isn't the same directors or anything like that, but... It worries me because anytime like money is involved and stuff, there's like extra pressure put on the producers, and like it could just equal like really bad things. And as someone who cares about Lord of the Rings, I don't want it to be a complete and utter flop. Sort of Shannara. What is that? Just got a gun and a shield. Exposed. Look, I haven't seen every show in existence, okay? Not knowing... Okay, you got me. I don't know what that is. Did you just make that up? Are you, like, gaslighting me? Like, never seen this show I just made up? Pathetic. Axe of Shakira. Mike of Shania. Oh, this guy's a quartermaster. Give me them quarters. What's up, Jason? What games have you been playing? Are you still doing Magic? Are you still performing magic at children's parties? As a side hustle? Making YouTube videos about it? That's one thing that, like, you always get when, like, you tell people that are just, like, total, complete normies. Like, they're so normie that they've never even heard of Magic, which I feel like Magic is pretty much mainstream at this point. You're just like, oh yeah, like, I play Magic. And they're like, oh, you mean, like, you do, like, tricks? Like, no, motherfucker. I play a card game. Oh, these pants are fucking dope. And they look the exact same as my other pants. Cool. Salvage these. I don't know if you're supposed to sell stuff in this game or if you just salvage everything, but that's what I do. I just salvage stuff. I wear a robe too. Oh yeah, that's... I had to dig puppy out from a porch yesterday, but she's happy and healthy now. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I forgot Phoebe had puppies. We saw pictures of them and talked about how cute they are and how much we wanted a puppy, but can't get one right now because we gotta wait until we have more space. I am so utterly bad at dodging this game, and that guy is beating my ass. Oh my god. Leave me alone, sir! Leave me alone! And they keep spawning. Ah! I'll just go down here. I'll just take my leave. Oh, there's more! Alright, I may have bitten off a little more than I can chew here. You're part of the wrong faction. Yeah. You best start believing in factions. You're in one. This is actually just Pirates of the Caribbean, the game. The MMO. They got us. Disney got us. Doesn't Disney own Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm pretty sure they do. If I don't know who owns something, I just guess it's Disney. That's just the narrative I go off of. Never let Danny be my tank. Well, not yet. And why are there so many? Oh! No! Where's the exit? I'm just trying to find the exit. Sir, where's the exit? This looks like a hospitable place. Alright, there's Zacharonia's up here. He's gonna save us. He has the healing powers and is still going backwards. I can't heal myself when they're all attacking. Okay, I think I've got just one now. I think I'm good. Yeah, I can't. The heal takes some time, so like I can't. I do have healing potions, but I don't want to waste them on you know, encounters where I'm just like dead to rights. You know. All right, we kind of weasel our way out of that one. Disney potion seller. Disney will own the world one day. Yeah, we talked about how like what if Disney merged with Amazon, like what that would be like, and it would just there'd be a lot more rocket ships going into space, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm trying to find the potion seller. I need all the potions. Yeah, it's Buzz Lightyear themed, exactly. Jeff Bezos is bald enough. Yeah, Jeff Bezos dressed as Buzz Lightyear. That would be like, if it could be any more obnoxious, what he did, it would be that. He would dress like fucking Buzz Lightyear. And his brother would be Woody. He already had the fucking hat. Like, you might as well just complete the outfit. Because why was Jeff Bezos wearing a fucking cowboy hat? That motherfucker has never been to a farm in his fucking life. He probably, like, would get out of his limousine and be like, ew, it stinks out here. I'm going back inside. Like, where'd you get that cowboy hat from? You know how, like, really rich and, like, privileged people, like, try to be normal? So they'll wear like something that they think normal people would wear, but they actually just look fucking weird. That's what I feel like that whole thing was. Grimes is the alien, yeah. Actually, at this point, Elon might just be the alien. He's weird enough. A lot of people like joked around that Elon Musk might be like an alien or whatever. They're like, oh, he was an alien sent here to help us advance technology, and it's like, actually he's an alien sent here to harvest all of our money, and in exchange he'll give us electric cars. Okay. These motherfuckers come out of fucking nowhere. Jesus, that bomb has a good radius. So as far as I can tell, your help me, buddy, because I need help. Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost fucking died. Oh, Jesus Christ, that guy fucking lagged. He's trying to appeal to the working man with his cowboy hat. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like you. Yeah, it was just weird. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand, like, the armor system in this game. Like, I've just been going for shit with stats on it. I didn't mean to discard that. Let me back up. I meant to salvage it, and I need to get better at salvaging. Because I'm, like, slow at it. I'm just like you and my Gucci Wranglers. Gucci Wranglers. Ganglers. Oh, God. I saw somebody did a, they, like, made fun of, the interview him and his brother had, like, after the fact, and, like, they kept, they did it, like, Muchstank style. They kept, like, zooming in on his brother's face, and his brother kept doing, like, this. He was, like, he was trying to simulate, like, the pressure from, like, going into outer space, and he, like, stretched his face really wide, and, like, they kept replaying it over and over. Oh, God. And the interviewer was, like, this, I mean, it's so funny because, like, in those things, you really notice, like, small shit that you didn't notice the first time you watched the interview in real speed. But, like, the interviewer is, like, just totally not paying attention at one point. Like, he asked a question, and, like, they're talking, and he's, like, looking at a poster behind them. Like, he's not even fucking listening. It's so funny. It's like, so Jeff, like, why'd you go into space? And he's like, well, it started when I was a little boy. And he's like, and he's like looking at his Backstreet Boys poster. Like, this poster is more interesting than what you're about to tell me. I can already tell before you even speak. Just understand that my mind is somewhere else. But yeah, that shit was funny. Oh god. Alright, so we got all of our things. I think we're done here. Where else do we need to go? We need to go over here. Search for gray mist. Search the gray mist and the dagger for jars of wine. You know, I feel like there might be easier ways to get wine in this world. I'm pretty sure that this might actually be the worst way to get wine, is to go into a ghost pirate camp and steal it from them. Because the thing about ghosts is that, they don't really chase after people. I feel like they just fucking haunt you for the rest of your life. So you might want to just put that wine back. That Arbor Mist. Leave it where it's at. Alright, bitch. Don't block my shots. That's my move. I think we should just only test fall damage. Yeah. You know, the fall damage in this game actually isn't that bad. Is this game Texas? Not that I know of. The fall damage in this game actually isn't that bad. It's just, like, a little bit of damage. But the thing about this game that's interesting to me, and I think it might be the first MMO that I've ever played that has done this, you don't naturally regain your health very quickly. It's incredibly slow, like, super slow, like, from the beginning. And I think they're trying to encourage people to, like, that's definitely a bug. They're trying to encourage people to, like, use their campfires and stuff to regain their HP. But you can also eat, you know, or use a health potion, so there's that. I have to remember to use my healing staff. You level up these, the weapons that you use by, you know, using them. Pretty obvious, but I just felt the need to explain it. I just outright missed them both. So I try to use both weapons a little bit, so that way I, you know, continue to level them up and I'm not leaving one behind. What is this? What did we just get? Iron Guardsman Insignia. Used in crafting to apply bonus constitution to an item. Yeah, crafting is a big thing in this game. I'll probably hit on that a little bit later when I do it more, but you can craft a lot of stuff. Like weapons, gear, fucking... There's a lot. There's a lot of different crafting stations, and you gain real experience for crafting. So, like, hypothetically, I think you could, like, go from 1 to 60 by just crafting alone, which, you know, probably isn't a good idea, but, you know. Do you have to find your body in this game? I'm not sure, actually. If you're a carpenter in the game, you're IRL. Maybe. Ooh, that hat's pretty good. We're about to look like a pilgrim up in this bitch. Actually, we look like a witch hunter or something. Oh god. I do like the staggering in this game. I like that certain attacks stagger. I'm pretty sure it's heavy attacks and like certain skills do it too. But it just makes for like more dynamic combat because you know you kind of strategically plan you know what type of what you like sort of dictate the pace of like how you want combat to go if in like an ideal scenario. Like if I'm a heavy hitter and I'm trying to stagger my opponent and prevent them from like moving and stuff, yeah, hat's sick. Or like you just have an opportunity to like really stagger a caster, like you've cornered them or something like that. I feel like it's kind of like lights out if you're like a heavy weapon user or something. But I like that. I like that there's not just like one simple attack and it's like, this is how you attack. You just click and that's what you do. And people attack and they kill each other. It's Johnny Depp. I just got some void metal. I don't know what that is, but it sounded kind of cool. When is Johnny Depp worn a hat like this?
Johnny Depp looks like that in real life. Like, not any roles.
Oh, not in a role, just him, the person.
He's like, I look like I haven't showered in 5 years and been in fights track.
I mean, women do like Johnny Depp.
And you know what? Bitches be lying.
I don't know. I feel like he's a pretty handsome guy, if I'm being
no.
honest.
It's now an LGBTQIA stream with someone tagged.
I'm comfortable enough with myself to admit, like, when another guy is, like, a good-looking guy. I'm not gonna... I mean, there's definitely, like, a lot of women out there that like that look, I think. Like, the disheveled, like, don't care
Feral.
about my... Yeah, feral.
Yeah. I meant feral.
Yeah, I feel like some girls do. I don't know. And guys too. Like I'm sure there are guys that the opposite end of the spectrum, like that, like women who are
Well,
like a little bit unhinged. I
because
guess.
they're like, oh, like I don't want to fix her up as a man. There's just some someone who's just fucking feral, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yes, him.
I've chosen.
It's crazy to think that somebody would be like that rich and like still opt to like dress like you're homeless. Not saying like there's again like I'm not judging him or anything like that. I'm just saying like it's interesting to me. Like I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
I don't think. Well, I think it's a different vibe. I think he like okay, like Kanye West is a better example of that. I think. Like with
That's true.
Like,
Kanye dresses like he's homeless, but that's just his clothing line. He literally took the fashion line from Zoolander and made it a reality. That's what he did.
That's such a good movie.
It is a good movie, but that's exactly what he did. Like, he took that, I mean, that was so funny in the movie, but, like, little did we know, in reality, we would be facing this kind of thing. It just blows my mind that his clothes are so expensive and people are apparently paying for it, you know? Because I've seen Yeezys, and I gotta say, man, that's a hard pass for me. Like, if I'm paying that much money for some shoes, like, they ain't gonna look like that, I'll tell you that fucking much. It's wild, but, I mean, I get it. Like, people are paying for the brand, I guess. Not the fact that they're buying tattered clothes. I'm about to boot, scoot, and boogie in some Yeezys. Yeah. Did you see that thing a while back that it was like, there was like some fake viral thing going around where it was like, oh, like Kanye West hid like something in a random pair of Yeezys, like open up your Yeezys and find out, you know, if you won or something, and there was like a little slot in the middle of the shoe. And, like, people were legitimately, like, tearing open their fucking, like, I don't know how much they are, but they were legitimately tearing open their shoes trying to find this, I don't know, hidden item or something like that, and it turned out just to be a troll. Like, Jesus Christ. Willy Wonka, yeah. What is this, the fucking chocolate factory? You can get some tickets to go to Kanye's house and fucking kick it with him. Oh man, my shoes might be the ones. I'm willing to risk, you know, $500 or however much they fucking cost. I feel like some of them get up there. Aren't there some that are like fucking like $1,000 or some shit? I'm sure there are. That's so crazy to me, man, that you can become like a superstar like that and just fucking just sell something that's not even really anything for that much money and people buy it. It's like a psychological effect, right? Like that people are willing to just pay for whatever you give them because you're you.
It's like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Who is that? Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah, we don't know. She doesn't even know. But she sold
Me and this guy are in similar situations. We can't figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
the GPS needs to be rerouted. It's fine.
His name's Cheddar Bob. That's from fucking 8 Mile.
It's time to test fall damage. Just it's fine.
Come on, Cheddar Bob. You gotta help me kill these guys. Don't just run past them. It's your duty to cleanse this earth of... Jesus. Did that hit... Was that friendly fire? I wonder if there's friendly fire for the mobs. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so I guess you have a, like, stamina bar, and when you block something, it, like, depletes. So you can't just block infinitely, so that's kind of cool. There is a balance. Gwyneth Paltrow goop.
Yes! See, Jason gets it. She, like, sold a candle with her...
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
So odd.
You know, I hate to say it, but the only reason why I know about this is because they talked about it on the Joe Rogan Experience. It was the episode with Joe and Donnell Rawlins. Donnell Rawlins is a comedian, but he also played on the cast of The Chappelle Show. He's fucking hilarious. He was the guy that played Ashy Larry in the Dice Olympics. But he was talking about that candle, and he decided to make his own candle. But it's not like it's not actually like a like hers is kind of disgusting. His is like a legit candle. Like it has like good ingredients. It smells good.
Well, so what does that have? Does he just have a candle line out? Is that the point?
He has a like full line of stuff. Like he's created a brand. It's called From Ashy to Classy. And it's pretty great. Like he sells like various things.
I think the only comparable thing would be Belle Delphine's Gamer Girl water.
Yeah, that is definitely like
More
similar. And people bought that too.
Yeah.
Wasn't she facing like charges for that?
Yeah.
Because she was like shipping like a biohazard overseas.
Well, it's because there's like a law, I guess, against selling bodily fluids. I believe this is what the law is. I can't remember. It's been so long. And so they were basically saying bath water would then have a little bit of that, and so therefore it's illegal to sell. But I'm sure people were just memeing her, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it so, like, does it surprise anyone else that she, like, started an OnlyFans? It kind of surprised me, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I did not expect her to go that route. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Like, you do you. I mean, that's... you definitely have the freedom and ability to do so. And, like, it was probably smart from a business standpoint. But, like... I just didn't expect it. I thought she was going to basically continue to market herself as like unattainable, I guess is the right. You know how like sometimes famous people will be instructed by like their managers like, hey, you can't be seen with anybody because if the public knows that you're taken, they won't want you anymore, or whatever the case is. Like, you have to always seem available. That way people think they have a chance or something. I thought that was always going to be, like, her appeal or anything like, or something like that. But, I mean, hey, you know, like I said, I'm sure she's fucking making bank from it. She probably just paid someone to fill up tubs with tap. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Apparently somebody fucking tested the fucking jars and it really had like legit ass DNA in it, which is fucking weird. Bro, OnlyFans money is so wild. People pop off out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, like they're basically amateur porn stars. Which again, I don't like have anything. I want to make it clear, like I don't have anything against that. Like I think it's perfectly fine for them to do that. I mean, it wouldn't be me, but that's not to say that it's not a good business venture because clearly it's fucking profitable. Okay, where the fuck is this fucking? I need to find the jar of Belle Delphine's bathwater, and I can't find it anywhere on this ship. All these pirates are guarding it with their lives. Like they're like, I ordered this for 39.99 euros. Good for her. An HG Pro that fell out of Rivals made an OnlyFans, tweets about having 900 plus followers. She charges $15 a month. Jesus. That's insane. That's insane. That's a lot of fucking money.
Well, my question is, like, do they have, well, they got to, but, like, as a consumer, does that content get boring after 3 months? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like, oh, I've seen the same person over and over again. And not only that, but they often post their content for free on Twitter anyways, sometimes, like...
Like to advertise?
Yeah, like small parts of sex, so, like, do people feel like, well, you know, I paid for 2-3 months, and sometimes I'll get occasional Twitter stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so here's my take on it, and I could be totally off base. I think if they paid for that service, they clearly enjoy watching this person. Oh yeah, way more for sure. They clearly enjoy watching this person repetitively, and I think they're willing to stick around for a while because they're just fans, like they enjoy their content or whatever. And if they do get bored with that person, like let's say after 3 months they're like, okay, I can't justify this purchase anymore. I was horny and I got what I wanted out of it. I'm good now. I think those people by then are replaced with new subscribers, so it's sustainable.
And in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
And they'll be back. One day they'll be itching for those pictures again.
But 15 is pretty high. Like, I feel like that's kind of on the higher end for what I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's not a justified price. I just think that that's higher than what I've seen on average.
Yeah, but if you can get it, then get it. You know?
And she clearly is. So what's the point? You know what I mean?
There was what is that? There's a business saying not the typical like if you do something good, like don't do it for not that shit or whatever. There's one that's like it basically goes somewhere along the lines of like you set your price and like make people pay that price. If your service is worth that much money or whatever the case is, then it's worth that much money, and you should by all means like set that as your terms.
Well,
There's also a lot of horny simps stuck at home because of COVID.
You're paying just
I feel like people
art.
are, you know.
Just like with art, like you're paying for a premium service. It's like a luxury thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's not just like it's not a total necessity. It is a subscription that is optional. That's a luxury thing.
I also I think that people joke about OnlyFans a lot, and they think it's like super easy to get like famous on OnlyFans, but I think it's like any other it's like any other content creation career. Like, I think it's probably pretty difficult to get off the ground. Like, even if you are attractive.
Because they also pay for things like actual photographers.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have a good camera. You gotta have like, you basically have to create kind of like a brand. I mean, yeah, all those things take into account. It's telling me to go to this ship, but I'm telling you right now, there's no Belle Delphine bathwater on that ship. I've searched it high and low. I'll search it again, but I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to get me to start an OnlyFans on that. Not start an OnlyFans, subscribe to an OnlyFans.
Start.
Yeah, don't start one. So, like, I'm pretty sure the jars are supposed to come from, like Twitch, once it gets popular, it gets super saturated. You have to be top 1% to make yeah, exactly. And that's something that I unfortunately realized, like, kind of late in the ball game. It's not that I don't love streaming, and clearly I do it because I love it, not because like I'm making any money off of it. I'm spending more money than I'm making. I guarantee you that. Yesterday was a good example. I basically rebuilt my computer to stream this game for everybody. But like, you're right. I mean, because now it has become such a popular thing, and I think that the idea that you could be a famous streamer and you could play your favorite video games and get paid for it, like, that appealed to so many people, myself included, that they were just like, fuck yeah, I'll fucking start streaming. Like, hell yeah, like, that seems like a really good thing to do. And the more people that did it, obviously, like, the more saturated it becomes. Now you have like tens and thousands of people streaming all at once in the same game, and it's like, who are you gonna watch? And not to mention, Twitch has a, as you know, Twitch has a terrible discoverability method. Like, if you're a low viewer count streamer, like, I don't know how you get discovered on Twitch. I mean, you basically have to like get lucky and get like rated. That's throwing everything else out the window. Like, say you don't network and you don't have streamer friends and you don't do all of the other outside things that you can do to improve your stream, like, you're never gonna get people to, because you have to be at least somewhere in the middle for people to click your thumbnail, you know? So, and that's provided you have like a really crystal clear camera and like an overlay that people want to see. Because like, I don't even click someone's stream if their cam looks fucked up, or if they got like a really ugly looking overlay. I'm not gonna watch that. But yeah, I mean, and definitely not scrolling all the way to the bottom unless I'm trying to like support other streamers, basically. That's the only time I'll like scroll to the bottom, and I'll actually try to find someone who I can tell has put a lot of effort into their stream and just doesn't have the viewers. Like, I'm not gonna pick somebody who didn't put any effort in and like they have one viewer. It's like, yeah, cool, try harder. Yeah, you have to know a person or put your content where people's eyes are, like YouTube or TikTok. TikTok, I'm sure you meant, and get lucky. Yeah. Yeah, I like YouTube. I like how you use YouTube in that regard, because I feel like you did a really good job of creating a brand on YouTube and providing a service. I mean, we talked about this offline, but providing a service to people that they weren't really getting from Magic, and you created a brand off of that that is also in a category that is really popping off right now. Like, people love shorts, myself included. I think it's really cool. I think it really fits like the modern lifestyle. I mean, you see it in like TikTok and fucking all these other like Vine and stuff. Like, short videos are where it's at. People don't have time to watch a fucking 30-minute video on something anymore. But yeah, I think you did a really good job of capturing that. Okay, capturing that market, like where it's at right now, and building a brand off of that. I'm gonna reset this because I think it's bugged. I really do. Because I've done everything, and that's not the one I wanted to reset. I've done everything for this quest. Dagger in the Mist. Oh, I just have to abandon it. Some people definitely do have the algorithm well understood, though. Yeah, I'm not those people. The short content can get so many different eyes on it so quickly that it can pop off. Posting at peak times, playing games easier to grow, and streaming at certain times for certain amounts of length, etc. People get famous from TikTok every day, yeah. And then you have like some people get famous on TikTok for just being terrible at TikTok, which is so funny. But I love the memes that come out of it sometimes. Like, I really love the no such thing as a coincidence guy. The dude that's like, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Like, that shit is so fucking funny to me. And I think it all started out serious, but like, at this point, he kind of knows he's a meme, which is great. But it's stuff like that it's like, man, this world would never have the pleasure of knowing that guy if it weren't for TikTok. It's so great. My favorite one recently was he had a video where he was in a jogging path in the woods, and he was like talking to his camera, like creating a TikTok. And he's like, you know, doing his thing in the beginning. He's like, there's no such thing as a coincidence. And he's like, do you believe in this? Or what about that? And then like this girl jogging past is like, excuse me. And he turns around and stares at her. And she's like, ah! It's so funny. It's because he had such an intense gaze. Like, he wears contacts and stuff. So like, I think she just wasn't expecting his face. So when he turned around, he like really caught her off guard. Like, oh god, it's so funny. It's also really funny that he chose to post that anyway, despite the what had happened. Like, he decided to include that, which is just great. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely was. I think now he's sort of like, he's catching on. Obviously, he's caught on that like people are memeing about him. But that's great, you know, like, fuck, man, ride that hype train, you know, like, you obviously have sparked a response in people, like, that's, you know, good and enjoyable content. So like, just ride that out. Create content people like to see. It is kind of hard to see like quest turn-ins in this game. I would like to see a little bit more, like, I would like if they made it a little bit more obvious. This little green thing is,
I can feel the party coming
I don't know,
on
maybe I'm
already.
just bitching about nothing. I feel like it's kind of hard to see, though, like, when I was first checking it out. Maybe I just need to adjust my eyes to it and be looking on it, or looking out for it. These have a higher gear score, but they have less stats. So I don't understand. They weigh less.
It's laggy.
It's laggy.
It's really laggy.
Oh. Let me get out of this town, I guess. Sorry, I don't know why I'm lagging. It's probably the part of town I'm in. So let me get out of town. Let me get the fuck out of this town. This game is really busy right now. Like, it's Friday night, and this is like one of the main cities starting out, so like a lot of the player base is here.
Ah, I'm glad
She
you've
goes to your
returned.
house.
Now, let me
Oh,
see these weapons.
Bad Bobby.
They are, of course, we have a shortage. Yes, not so much the armors themselves, but there are
Bad Bobby.
artifacts in the
Bobby.
region and Terry and Akinar.
Oh,
Artifacts, and I can extract what we need
yeah.
to strengthen our own armors against corruption.
So a rapier is a different weapon entirely. It's not like the short sword. It uses dexterity instead. So if we're gonna do this, let's respec. All respecs are free prior to level 20. So we can just keep doing this, basically. And trying different builds and shit. So that's my plan, is to just keep doing that. And apparently, like, doing quests and stuff awards you, like, different buffs while you remain in your territory on the map. So like that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just we're not crafting. We'll just do the territory stuff. Yeah, it is crazy that she like really blew up like that. She's like really popular. Did you hear about all that crazy shit that happened to her, I guess, while she was doing the Dr. Phil show or whatever? Like, apparently there was a bunch of stuff that, like, I guess in Dr. Phil, the whole thing is, like, they send them to, like, these, like, camps or whatever, and they're supposed to be, like, disciplinary camps or something, and obviously the parents have to sign off on it. And I guess her mom agreed to send her or something like that, but it's kind of fucked up because it's like if your kid don't want to go to this thing, like that's kind of a human rights issue. Like you can't just like enslave somebody and send them somewhere like that. But anyway, apparently she went to this like camp thing and like it was like pretty terrible. Like there were some really bad kids there and the counselors were really terrible, and I think one counselor even took their own life, which is unfortunate, but like they didn't say anything about that or whatever. They didn't make mention of that in the show. They like hid it from a lot of people and stuff, and I don't know, the whole thing just seems sketchy. It's a behavior camp. Yeah, exactly. Like they treat it kind of like when it was being described, the first thing that came to my mind was boot camp. But the thing is, like, these are kids, you know what I mean? They're not like, it would be different if they were adults that signed up, like, for the military, and they were like, I know what I'm getting myself into, I signed up for it. But these are kids, and I'm not saying it's as bad as boot camp, but on a kid's mentality, like, it would definitely be worse, because they're not prepared to be treated like that by strangers, and they didn't sign up for it or agree to it, they're just there. And it's like, how is this supposed to help a kid that's clearly struggling?
But how do we know that that's what it was like? Because I thought that they were dealing with therapists for anger management. I don't think
okay.
it was like a boot camp.
So, this is just based off of what was said, not what I know. So I don't know this for a fact, but according to her, the therapeutic part of it was a very small part of it. Most of it was just them getting like yelled at and told when to go to sleep and when to eat and like what they're gonna do and like sticking to like an agenda and stuff like that, basically. That's what she said. Now, I mean, I don't know, she could be kind of misrepresenting it a little bit or whatever the case is, but Dr. Phil is kind of proven to be kind of a shady character. You know, clearly he is like in this for the money and not helping people or whatever the case is, which he's a TV personality, of course he is, but I wouldn't put it past old Dr. Phil to do some shit like this. I'm sure he's very hands-off with this whole thing too, by the way. He probably just pays like some people to manage it and doesn't even fucking think about it. A friend I've known since high school went to one of those things. He said it was like a prison. They had an electric fence, Jesus, and they had to sweep carpet and cut grass and weren't allowed to use the lawnmower. They used big slicer things. Like worked in the fields for a whole summer, yeah. Yeah, that's basically what those things kind of devolve to. They're basically like child labor camps. I mean, like, let's be real. That's pretty much what they like. The kids like keep the grounds, and they're like, yes, this is good discipline for them. They'll never steal again or act out again. It's like, no, motherfucker. Like, you're just pissing them off even more. You're giving them more of a reason to hate the world. Wasn't there like a South Park episode recently where they were like talking about like creating the Joker? Like Kyle was concerned that by ICE like capturing all of these like innocent kids and like separating them from their parents, they were actually just going to create the next Joker. And then the like officers were like, holy fucking shit, he's right, like we have to prevent this from happening, and it just got ridiculous. Okay, this guy's kind of beating my ass. And I think it's because he's level 17. But the rapier is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna back out of this place though, and do some like easier quests because I'm level 12, guys. I'm like not close to be. Yeah, I should probably be reading. That stuff's level 12 down there, so I guess I could go do that. I'll just go do that. This random fucking level 17 quest out here, fuck that. Can we talk about how MTG Short said slicer things and we all pictured the same thing? You know,
like,
the slicer things.
It's like beyond scared straight, but like real.
The slicer was what we called the meat cutting thing at Arby's. The thing that cut the roast beef. You put the roast beef on this like metal like platform at an angle, and this thing just slices thin cuts.
Those are expensive.
I never wanted to use it because like you had to like actually line it up right, or it would just fuck everything up. And I never wanted to mess it up. Also, like, it's so funny that people ordered food at Arby's watching us replace this hunk of meat off of the slicer, pulling it out of the oven. It's just this blob of roast beef, and just slapping it on the slicer. Like, you know that sound that wet meat makes when it just hits something? It's just like oh. That's and people were like, I want some of that. I still ride for Arby's. I still order that beef and cheddar, dude. What's up, Justin?
Oh my God.
You just got in on a really good time. We're talking about meat blobs and fucking slicer things.
Yeah.
Wet meat. I mean, that's what it is, dude. It stays in this little, it's like they like marinate it in this like bag of juices or whatever, and it like stays in the oven and like slow cooks like all day until you're done with the next one, and then you just like fucking grab it and slap it on the slicer. Not us getting sworn.
Grab it and...
You grab it and slap it. That's how you test it. That's how you test if it's done.
Why are you grabbing it?
It's like, can you imagine if a customer watched you do that? If you were just like, it's like, hey, can you check that roast beef and see if it's done? And it's like, you're like, yeah, it's done.
You have to describe Taco Bell meat.
Oh, the Taco Bell meat? Yeah, Taco Bell is disgusting. I actually don't, I'm not a fan of Taco Bell. I, see how they heat up their meat. It's in a bag and they put it in, like, hot water. And then they just, like, pour it out of the bag after it cooks in the hot water. So, yeah. I'll give everyone here subs if we can get Dana work the back of a Chipotle counter. I feel like at a certain point, all food services kind of sort of is the same. Like that mid-tier of like pretty much fast food. Tries to take back subs. I mean, I personally don't like Taco Bell. I will go to Taco Bell. I'm not saying I won't eat there.
You know what's stupid is people started sharing like how they clean fast food places, and like it'll be like how we clean the griddle at McDonald's, and people be like, oh my god, you guys still eat here? And it's like, bitch, they're cleaning it. Like they have to clean it. How do you think that happens?
And also, yeah, of course people still eat at McDonald's. They still eat at McDonald's. If you say you don't eat at McDonald's, you're a goddamn liar. I'm sorry, like, I don't believe you for a fucking second. The numbers don't add up. Everybody eats there every now and then, at least. Danny playing in the middle of the road. I'll drive by a Taco Bell. I like my meat wet and coming from a tube hanging from the ceiling. That's basically what it is.
And your love-hate relationship that's only hate with soup.
Soup. Yeah, I run past this place. Well, Soup I feel like is a chain, right? I run past soup all the time, and it smells bad, and it like really grosses me out when I run past there.
He gags.
I don't gag,
Like,
but it's gross. That's all I'm saying. OnlyFans are good and happy.
oh my god.
No, like I will eat at Taco Bell. Okay, it's cheap. It's like it's food.
You lying
I will.
pandering.
I will eat at Taco Bell. I fucking used to eat a shit ton of Taco Bell when I was in high school and stuff because I couldn't afford anything.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was like, what? Like, you could get a fucking 5-layer burrito for like 75 cents or something? I mean, that's crazy. Now he'll eat there.
I love how they've like made the same thing over and over again, but like slightly different, and somehow it's just different though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they find a combination for like meat, cheese, a tortilla, and something crunchy.
Yeah.
It's like 20 different things. You're like, what the fuck?
Try eating
How did this happen?
Yeah, I mean, so I really liked, they had a naked chicken chalupa for a while.
What is that?
A naked chicken chalupa, oh shit, what the fuck?
What about it?
Buffalo.
Is naked?
So, the fucking outside of it is, a chicken, like it's a fried chicken thing, like in grease. It's fried. And that's the naked part of it. That's the whole outside of the chalupa, like it fits in the chicken. So, I mean, that's pretty good. OG dollar menu at Taco Bell was a lifesaver. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I mean, you know, Taco Bell back in the Gap. Yeah, all day. I used to go there, like, all the time. So it was super cheap. I could afford it. It was filling. Get Diet Mountain, dude. No, if you get anything other than Baja Blast at Taco Bell, like, you just need to stop. That's the whole fucking point of going to that place. Speaking of going to places, I have traveled across this whole fucking continent, I feel like, to go to this place, which I don't even know if I'm going in the right direction for my quest, but OnlyFans chicken sounds like it. Naked chicken. Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, what sucks about having a green screen is your lighting has to be, like, on point. Or, like, it'll fucking be weird. Like, you have to make sure that if the game goes dark, you have, like, sufficient lighting because, like, my screen emits a lot of light sometimes, and, it'll, like, fuck up the fucking, green screen. That's one thing that I, skip the frame. That's one thing that I don't like about a green screen. I thought it was going to be much simpler than what it is, but it's actually, not really easy to maintain at all, I'll be honest. And, I admit I'm probably just fucking bad at it, but, oh, what the fuck? Hold up.
If you guys want to get mad, I can literally, yeah, I can read out the tier list if that's cool with you.
The tier list?
Yeah.
Oh, the tier list that I made?
Yeah.
Hold on, guys, I'm fixing this.
I'm screaming a little bit just so they can hear me, but I can read out the tier list. Because I'm sure. I mean, simple, bro. It's like green.
No, it's not simple, because when light hits it, it fucks it up. Like, you have to, like, really... Like, people that have a good... People that have a good green screen setup are, like... They have, like, a fucking real-ass studio or some shit. Like...
Yeah, it is really about lighting.
Dr. Disrespect, has, like, probably one of the most, like, notorious... green screens effects, I feel like. And his shit don't fucking change. Like, it never, like, you never see it mess up.
Yeah, well, fuck that guy. He's not S tier. So let me read out this here tier list.
Go ahead, read it out.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Okay, no, but you have to see, like, after I read it, you have to still, like, be like, oh, like, I still stand behind that, or like, oh, no, I probably would change it.
I don't compromise my principles, okay? If I said something...
That's not true. You literally were like, oh, fuck Taco Bell. And then you're like, you know, back in the day, I used to love Taco Bell.
Did I fucking say Taco Bell is amazing? I know, I didn't say that.
Okay, alright.
I just said I've eaten there before. Let's calm down.
I'm gonna read it out. Okay. So, S tier is McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. A tier is Whataburger, In-N-Out, Arby's, Carl's Jr., Checkers, and Cane's. B tier is Sonic's, KFC, and Zaxby's. C tier is Wendy's, Burger King, Chipotle, Church's, and Long John Silver. D tier is Dairy Queen, Taco Bell, and Subway.
Yeah. I'm surprised I actually put Subway in D tier, because I do not like Subway. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I fucking have a strong hate for that place. I don't like any place that they're like, they leave out their fucking food, and they're like, yeah, like, come in at fucking 10 p.m. We had this turkey out all day, bitch. Like, go ahead and eat some. I promise you won't get sick. Do you want to continue the...
That's it.
That's it?
That's the list.
Where did I put Burger King? D tier, right?
I think so.
Yeah, firmly in D tier.
I also feel like Subway doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. Like, there's nothing about Subway that makes, like, this particular thing iconic. I would say McDonald's is kind of firm in that they have, like, certain things that they do really well that no one else can do. I'm not entirely convinced that Subway has that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, like, why go to Subway when there are, like, so many better sub options out there? Like, there's so many better places than Subway. It's, like, kind of crazy if you go there. Arby's A tier is a crime, though. I mean, look, agree to disagree. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I think a lot of people probably agree with you. I think a lot of people don't like Arby's. I'm not one of those people. I ride for Arby's for sure. But, that's a biased, like, I understand it's a biased opinion. But I like Arby's, personally. And I work there, so that should say something. Schlop, schlop. I can picture it, I'm crying. Ice cream scoop tuna situation. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. I never thought of it like that, but that really is the fucking truth. So what are the ways... So I guess this is, like, damage over time, and this is, like... all kind of, like, movement.
Oh, that's Firehouse sounds. I feel like a lot of, like,
Firehouse is pretty dope.
Some places got really popular, and then they died, like, really, like, at the same time that, like, frozen yogurt places started popping up.
Yeah.
I think that there's a conspiracy theory that could be said. Maybe it's because people started eating bread and carbs. Like, is that the correlation there? But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Quiznos disappeared, but I hear they fucking, they still exist. Okay, are we really gonna devolve to this? We're gonna just start making fun of the way I pronounce shit. Quiznos, Quiznos, Quanos. That's actually a city in EverQuest. Quiznos. Who remembers the first time they saw Quiznos prices? I don't know if I was even, like, cognitively aware of the monetary value of things when Quiznos was really a thing. I'll be honest, I might be too young for that. But I do remember that I enjoyed Quiznos a lot more than Subway. I thought I was really gonna like Subway when I was a kid. And I used to get, like, the cold cut trios all the time. And I think as I got older, I started to realize, like, the quality just wasn't there. Like, it was just bad. Like, I don't know. See, I stopped going to Panera as well, and I think a lot of people would be mad about that, but I don't like it. Remember the WoW commercials from the early 2000s? Oh yeah, they were doing, like, They were making like meme commercials back when like memes weren't even really a thing. Yeah. TV used to be wild. People used to be able to say some shit on TV. Like, obviously we know a lot of it isn't like politically correct and stuff, but like, I mean, if you watch, I mean, we were just talking about how racist the Cats movie was. What was that movie called again? Alley Cats?
Huh?
The movie where that, well, okay, so the Twitter thing you linked me where it's like they were gonna include the Alley Cats song in or all the Alley Cats from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, okay, so Guya, it's so funny because I had sent Daniel this like Aristocrats, is that what you're thinking?
Aristocats, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah. I had just bought Madison the Kingdom Hearts game, and they were like, turns out we're keeping the racism.
Yeah, from the Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
But like that shit was just like on TV. Or not on TV, but you know, that was just in the fucking movie. Like, it's like.
Yeah, but media in general, like, a lot of Disney's content was, like, super racist.
Yeah. So I'm just grabbing quests in this city.
You know, it's funny. Well, I'm just she's all right.
He seemed low enough. Bezos was in Taco Bell.
What we need right now
Was in it? Was he really?
Yeah, I can't. Are you joking, Jace?
If he was, that's pretty funny.
Not much of my. Well, I have an experiment in mind, but to test it, I need soil samples from locations all around.
It's like, yeah, just pay me and I'll say whatever. No, he really was. That's wild. That must have been before he got like so unfathomably rich from not paying taxes and, you know, all that other stuff.
I hear you've thrown in with one of the yes, I want you full
Because
rush
like
wash.
now I
No
feel like he wouldn't
tourists
even entertain that.
river crossing.
If somebody proposed like, hey, will you be in our commercial? Like, I don't think any like feasible amount of money would get him to actually participate. The commercial where they introduced the new chicken quesadilla. Where do you get crazy mounts in this game? I have not seen a single mount, so I'm just gonna assume that there are no mounts. Wow, dude just went into space with a dick ship. America, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is. I mean, it's been said 1,000 times, but it is funny how like phallus shaped that fucking ship
I see
is.
the light is still with you.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. I have a lot of quests right now. Should
I
I
see the light is still
even
with
get
you.
more? I guess I'll get more because who knows? I might like run into stuff along the way. The bottom quests make you go into PvP though, and I'm not about that life yet. Taco Bell sub cool thing. Yeah. That would be funny if like Taco Bell tried to introduce like some other, like they tried to ruin some other culture's foods for once. Like they tried to make other foods. Try Taco Bell's bulgogi. That would be some sketchy shit right there. I was in alpha for this when the entire world was PvP. I was there, man. I was in the alpha test when the whole world was PvP. You can still hear the swords, man. You can still hear them. Yeah, I bet that was crazy. I wouldn't want to, like... If it was that type of game, I feel like it's just a little too egregious. You have to have safe zones. Like, even for the most, like, hardcore players, like, sometimes you just have to have a place that you can, like, get to and nobody fuck with you. Was that kind of like the capitals? Is that what the safe zones were and, like, everything else was free game? Yeah, exactly. That's the problem, is, like... If somebody gets like absurdly geared and they just get like a whole fucking shitload of their friends together, like anybody going in and out of an
Hello.
area is just screwed if
Some
they're
of the
not
most
part of the
readily
same
available
faction.
bait are woodlice. Creepy, crawly creatures.
Alright, now to get to the real part of this game.
First, you can get through various other means.
Where's that shit at? Did it just automatically? No, it didn't automatically equip. Oh, do I have to do something first? I have so many quests that I don't know if I just got a fishing pole or not. Yeah, capital was safe. Okay. So it's like not unplayable. It was just if you were going outside of a city, like you were basically fully prepared to get fucked up, pretty much. What does it want me to... I need to start reading my quests. There's a place near me called Sushi Rito, and I can confirm mixing the two should be illegal. Ugh. That is fucking nasty.
I redeemed no cursing.
Well, you have to... Okay, so, forewarning, you have to tell me if you redeem something, because I can't see both chats. I can only see my, I can see everything, but I can't see, when people redeem points. Just tell me. No cursing it is. 15 minutes, no cursing.
15.
Or 5, sorry, 5. 5 minutes, no cursing. Gosh darn it!
Let's go. So now it's 10 because Jason.
Okay, it's 10, okay.
Oh no! Does that reverse the?
So you can reverse the no cursing, Jason, just so you know, or you can just add it on top of it. It's your choice. The green screen and new lights make it hard to see. Oh, so you have to go to... Okay, I see. You have to go to bushes and gather bait. That's pretty funny. Find some bugs in these bushes. Damn, dog, I've fucking been looking all in these bushes. I can't find no bait. Yeah, we should. Add on top? Oh, lame. Okay. Found bait. Yeah, we should definitely make another thing for no cursing
Woodlice
for
draw
sure.
in larger fish. And believe you, how goes your fishing? Let's... If you can catch 3 fish, take 'em and go show Ruby and Everfall what old Shields taught you.
Alright. I have to catch 3 fish, I think. Now, how does one catch a fish in this game? Oh, we got a standing point. Let's see. Territory standings. Yeah, I just pick experience gains every time. We legitimately considered doing a stream together where we play Stardew but cosplay as farmers. Yeah. That's still on the table. Alright, so... Equip your fishing pole. Cast your fishing pole, hook fish, reel fish. Okay. But the thing is... Alright, we're gonna have to go to the old settings here. Key bindings. I love how give up. Give up. With E. Give up has never been easier. Now you can just hotkey give up to E. Fishing. Toggle fishing mode F3. Okay. Press E to give up. Yeah, this has been a fun stream so far for sure. Like, we've talked about some weird ass shit already. So equip bait with R. The old fishing rod out. Don't show your dad this. He'll be on this in a heartbeat. Oh shit. Alright. Now we play the waiting game. So, I'm assuming right click is to reel in. I saw some people catch some pretty crazy fish. Oh, damn it! It's not right click. It's fucking left click. Yeah, swimsuits that look like sauce packets. That would be actually pretty tight. Might catch a wave there. Oh, reel in. Oh, you have to. Is that it? Oh, okay. You have to like keep this like eyeball thing green so you don't break your line or something. Is that what it is? I'm just like, okay. So that's like the stress on the line or something. Well, shit. I mean, he's so close now. Just okay. My man said break my line. Alright, so how many of these motherfuckers do I have to catch? I think I have to catch 3. They do, the noises are kind of shit. I click because it was in my peripherals. They really do sound like that. That's funny. We had fished before. We went to a nearby lake and fished over there. I caught like this fucking. I caught like the smallest fish in the fucking lake, dude. Like, I can't even believe this fish was like able to even latch on to the hook that I was using because it was tiny. I caught a tadpole. It actually looks like a tadpole too. Just can barely tell. Is he fly fishing or what's going on? Why does he keep touching the pole? That's not how you fish. I just love sometimes with these games, like they make things like this and it's like nowhere near what it's like to do this, and like they're just like, you know, like some developer made it who's never fished before. They're like, yeah, I think that's what it's like. All right, so is that it? Is that all I have to do? We have a lot of quests. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Well, maybe not.
Master Fisher Ruby up in Everfall will
Okay, it is that.
appreciate
Okay,
seeing
cool,
a
we're
fresh
good.
face to trade. She's a real eager one and has a
All right,
lot
Romy,
of
see you
natural
later.
talent.
Thanks for stopping by. It was fun.
Yeah, I
Have
didn't know
fun.
they had it.
Have fun swimming. It always trips me out that you guys are like such a on such a different time zone. But
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just like going swimming and like it's a little late to swim.
We've definitely swam at this time too.
True. I mean, you can swim. Fuck, you can swim anytime pools, as long as the pool's open, right?
Try to go.
Trying to go to the pool. What is this? Sample. This must be like something from my quest. All these zombies, man. Oh shit, that attack was kind of tight. See, the oh shit, lag detected. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on?
Ghost? What is that?
What?
The thing you're fighting?
It was a, like a zombie or something.
Oh.
I don't know if this is like a bug or something. Oh, no, I'm just disconnecting. This must be a bug. I can't play the game. We're just gonna restart it, I guess. It's like lag. What is that? I've never heard of that before. That's not even... Hold up. That's not even what my character looks like right now. He doesn't have that stupid hat on. He has the better hat.
That's the not that stupid one.
Oh no. Thank you. That's lame. Oh well. We'll just wait. There's a lot of people playing right now. And of course there's going to be like random disconnects and stuff like that happen because that's just where we're at right now in the game. It's early access, so...
You look like a Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, Soul Calibur Cervantes.
My character?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
You
look
know what
like
I'm
he's from
talking
Soul
about?
Calibur. Yeah. Soul Calibur characters are so, like, weird. They're all so different.
They're iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic. They're all so different and, like, unique. I don't know any other game that has characters that look like them. And the characters are pretty diverse, I feel like, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would probably have to look back, though, because I probably don't know enough. Maybe it's more so that, like, it pulls Asia.
I mean, yeah, I would say that, like, for what it is, it's a pretty, like... It's a pretty diverse, like, fighting game.
Well, yeah, and if I remember
Ivy, yeah.
correctly-
Ivy's the best.
If I remember correctly, like, their Western and Asian influence weren't just a Chinese character and an American. Like, it was like a Greek woman. They have someone from China, the Philippines, and Taiwan. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like they have different countries that I thought were cool.
Yeah.
And who the fuck knows where fucking Voldo is from, right? Who knows?
France.
Hell. France? Actually, though?
Nah, I just made that up. I wanted to sound confident to see if I could get you to question your initial statement.
Wait, no, let me look that up, though.
I'm sure he's from somewhere. They're like,
Yeah, hell.
no, but like he started somewhere. He didn't just fucking start. The motherfucker didn't spawn in hell. Like he was born in hell, born and raised down here. He seems like France.
Bisexuality.
Yeah, he's
He's from
Bondage.
Sicily.
He's
The
from
Kingdom of Sicily.
I was not far off. I was not far off. He's from Italy.
He's Italian.
Yeah, I figured it was some shit like that.
Where? Okay, let me look up Ivy. Where's Ivy from? Germany.
Did you guess that, or is it?
Yeah, no, I guess. Oh, she's from England. That was dumb of me. I should have remembered.
Close? Yeah.
Oh, wait. Ivy is Cervantes' kid? I didn't know that. Oh.
You could literally tell me anything about Soul Calibur lore, and I'd believe you. I don't know anything about it.
Cervantes.
Then again, I don't know. I played the shit out of Tekken. I don't know anything about that lore either.
I was just so into Soul Calibur as a kid. Like, that game was so sick.
Yeah. So we've been kind of like in the same position for a little while, and I wonder if we're just stuck here. Should I cancel? Yeah, let's just say cancel.
No, you know what? We need a Soul Calibur game. Is there a PC game?
I don't think there's. Well, there's always emulators or
No,
whatever.
hell no. Fuck that. Fucking emulator. I want, like, real shit, you know?
The real no kidding game.
Yeah, I want the real shit.
Alright, I'm gonna have to restart. This,
What happened?
I need to uncheck that box that says like take survey or whatever the fuck. The game just was being weird, so I'm just restarting. Speaking of being weird, so is my green screen. That's okay. It's because I started in like the middle of the day when it was like sun out, and now like my green screen settings are not the same. Jesus Christ.
Don't forget, there's also my lamp if you need it.
Yeah, Soul Calibur being the game she was talking about, like.
Oh, there is a Soul Calibur for PC.
Interesting.
Shit.
You know what's always tripped me out is like EA has not capitalized on like football games and stuff, like sports games for PC. That's always been something I've wondered, like why they don't do that. Cortana. Yeah, I could see that.
I need to get a controller.
What kind of controller? GameCube?
No, for I'm assuming Xbox for the
Just use mine.
for the PC one. Yeah, but if you play, then how are we gonna do it?
True. Xbox controllers are actually like relatively affordable.
For who, Daniel? Not me.
People?
People. Cretins.
Absolute cretins. Yeah, see, like, this is tripping me out. My dude does not look like this anymore. Hello, we've upgraded. We have better stuff now. Get with it.
Fred.
I got one on Steam. What?
Soul Calibur.
How much is it?
Yes.
What the fuck? Are you serious? 60 bucks? Damn, dude. Fighting games be fucking doing people dirty.
They're
Like,
finding us. Oh my god, dude.
fighting games, like, they'll be selling the newest, like, Street Fighter for $60 until the new one comes out. Like, it'll be $59.99 until, like, they announce, like, a week out that the new one is coming. And then it'll be on sale for, like, you know, 95% off or some shit.
Oh shit, I can use my Switch controller? Oh shit. I was joking, but I didn't know that. How though? Do you need to just connect it to your... Can you USB connect it? How does that work?
I'm sure you can.
Huh.
It'll probably just detect it. Alright, well, sorry that, the stream is, this thing is stuck on play. I'm messing with my, like, do this because it's just so, ugh. Law? Oh, World Under Maintenance, cool. So they must have pulled the servers down, so we'll just give it a sec. Never mind buying the game. Would you want to play Soul Calibur on a Switch controller though? I feel like that might be kind of fucked up.
I mean, was it... Yeah, I will do it. With Soul Calibur, yes, I would.
Do it all for Soul Calibur.
For the buys.
Do it for the souls. Definitely gonna forget my green screen's behind me. I'm just gonna knock this shit over. Guilty Gear. I hear a lot of people talk about that game.
The green screen's not that bad though.
I can just see it's a little like fuzzy at the edge, that's all.
Aren't we all a little fuzzy again?
It's MILF.
Or a little bit fuzzy.
World Under Maintenance. Why do I feel like this server is the only one that... Okay, so they took down 2, I think. Or is it just this one?
You gotta stretch.
Guess I gotta stretch. Coordinate this.
Kill me. Kill me.
Guys, I was putting together my computer the other day because I bought a new I bought a new motherboard and I bought a new processor. And my back was like killing me just from like leaning over and putting my computer together. Like, I'm just getting old. It's wild. Yeah, I don't think so. I think like for the most part, Desiree's only added like a couple of my friends on Steam. Let me see. Here, let's do something. Not doing anything. New world server status. See, I feel like the server statuses aren't even fucking correct because it says that this server is up, but it's clearly not. And it doesn't seem like, when I was checking earlier, it doesn't seem like they're totally on top of posting when the servers go down. I'm not sure if it's because they don't really have a handle on some of the outages or if they're just bad at communicating, but it's like peak hours on a Friday, so I would think that they would have these servers back up shortly. So we'll see. One thing I hate is that people change their display names so often. Yeah, that is one thing about Steam, and I'm kind of guilty of that too, because you know I've had my fucking Steam account for so long, but sometimes I change mine on a whim too. Like, I'll fucking change it to some meme or something like that that my friends and I made while we were playing a game, and like that'll be my Steam name for like years. Like committed to it. I changed my Steam name to Lil Boosty like a long time ago. Like it's been that for years now. And that's because we played so much Rocket League that I had this idea that I was going to change my Steam name to Lil Boosty. And I literally took a picture of Lil Boosie the rapper and I photoshopped boost symbols on his chain charms. And that was like my profile picture for a while, and now it's just like some random animal or something like that. But that was like my, I don't know, I did that a long time ago. But before that, it was like rip motherfucker or something like that. And the reason why my Steam name was rip motherfucker is because I used to talk so much mad shit on Dota 2
So stupid.
that I would like get on these killing sprees and I would like type out rip in the chat. Like as I was killing people, I'd just type out rip, like just to troll them. That game is so toxic. I think I had just kind of adopted the toxicity of that game and become one of them. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, now I remember why I quit playing that game for sure. Like when we went back to it, we went back to Dota 2 recently, and it was like fucking. Ooh, it was a lot. It's still the same old game, that's for fucking sure. He was turning into Tyler 1. I still love it too. It's just, it's always gonna be like a great and terrible game at the same time, and it will rear its ugly head when you're just having like the worst of times and you're just like, why am I doing this? Why am I playing this fucking game? Why am I torturing myself with a game that you literally get punished to leave, and it takes like a minimum of let's say on average like 40 minutes per game, and that's like a pretty fast game. Like 55 minutes is probably like a standard game of Dota. 50 to 55. In shit tier anyway. Maybe the Herald games or Herald games. Maybe the higher end games are a lot faster, but 30 minutes is like the fucking fastest I feel like I've ever seen anybody end a real Dota 2 game that wasn't a complete mismatch. I think we took a break from playing and then he started streaming in our time distribution. Yeah, it is weird. Because I'm streaming regularly, like we have to like plan out our meals and stuff like in our TV time and shit, because like Otherwise, I don't know. I would feel like constrained to stream between a small time window, and streaming just doesn't work like that. Like shit happens, like this, for example. I don't really count this as like streaming. I'm just kind of trying to get into a game. So like this would definitely interfere, I feel like. Yeah, exactly. It is hard. And that's where people who stream full-time obviously have an advantage, because they can choose to stream during peak hours, like around like, I don't know, if I were to choose like a 4-hour time slot to stream, like it would definitely be from starting like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. Maybe probably 9, because like maybe a little bit later, because like you want to get the West Coast people too. You want to make it to where like everybody has like a good time to watch. Also, I would just stream like all day if I had the time to. Amaranth, I think, or whatever her name is, runs pre-recorded streams too, and I've seen people do that. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's definitely not as enjoyable as a live stream, but it still takes work, so it's like she's still putting in the work. Her genre makes. What genre is she? Okay, what is going on here? I'm about to start troubleshooting a little bit before the. Let's see. Play New World. I mean, this was 4 hours ago. It doesn't say. I'm just chilling and fishing in Final Fantasy. Nice. She blew up with the hot tub meta. Oh, okay. She does ASMR. Then that's fine, because ASMR is all like. There's like not really a. I don't really watch ASMR, but like I feel like there's not really like an interaction going on other than that's the show. Like it's her doing ASMR. There's not like, hey everybody, what's up? Like, hey such and such. Oh, awesome, blah blah blah. Like I don't feel like there's a lot of that going on. I feel like it's mostly just self-guided. So yeah, I could definitely see it working for an ASMR streamer. And then the hot tub was like, all right, full in, yeah. You caught the train. It was definitely a thing to do for sure. I wonder how long it'll take for them to. I feel like something's coming. I feel like they're gonna do something. They're gonna like curb it a little bit. They probably won't outright ban it or make it against toss, but they'll probably do something to like kind of like narrow the lines a little bit. I couldn't do ASMR because I would be like pretending to do ASMR, and then like I would like be like, "You're just gonna gently," I like yell into the microphone, and people would be like, "What the fuck?" Like they throw their headphones off. Sneeze into the mic. Yeah, just claim it was an accident. Okay, well they haven't made mention on their Twitter. New World server. I thought that said New World versus Old World. Status. It's like, what was the Old World like? I want to go back.
Wait, do you see that was a comparison?
No. I mean, like, it was something else. It was comparing the
tarantulas.
Tarantulas?
Yeah, you described tarantulas based on New World and Old World, and they have different personalities based on. It's so weird.
Oh.
It's how they base location, I believe.
Okay, so now it's showing that Phineas is down, so they're aware of it. It's just... I forgot you guys can't see my screen because I'm actually using a game capture, but yeah, I just checked the server status and it said Phineas is down, so... Do you guys hear my cat? He's just fucking talking. What, buddy? Alright. I knew that was gonna happen. I'll be right back. What's up, buddy? Oh, he's coming.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, Lord, he's coming.
That's my baby.
Oh, Lord, he's coming. You can barely see him. That's my little buddy. That's my little beady. He's such a good boy. Say hey to everybody. I love you. Nobody can see him. He's like so dark. You just see his little eyes.
Hey, baby. Oh, he's so cute. He looks so mad on stream.
Yeah, he looks fucking angry looking. He's a sweet boy. He actually loves this when I hold him like this. I mean, he's not like always seeking attention, but he secretly enjoys it. Because when I put him down, like he'll want me to put him down, and when I put him down, he just sits there next to me. Like he wasn't actually not enjoying it. Yeah, he blends in. Okay. Alright, say goodbye. Yeah, he's like talking to the damn feeder mice that we have, which we have them located safely and securely in the bathroom in their own little cage, but they're like, it's like his new fucking thing to watch. He really loves watching those mice, and I mean, he's a cat. You know, I can't blame him for that. We just make sure that he doesn't, you know, go crazy or anything. He also has a bird feeder that he watches on a regular basis, and he jumps on the window in an attempt to... I know he knows he can't get to the birds. He just wants to get a reaction out of them. That's what it is. So he'll sit there and enjoy watching them for a while, like he's being sneaky even though they see him, and then he'll just pounce and they'll fly away, and I think that's half the fun for him. So eventually he gets bored and he jumps. Well, the world's still down, unfortunately. I was prepared for like a server outage, but nothing like too long, so let's hope this doesn't last. He's good, Justin. He actually just ate a mouse the other day. He's still tiny. The last time I weighed him, he was 31 grams, which he had grown 3 grams in like 2 weeks, I think. It's kind of hard to measure snakes because they grow like a weed when they grow, but like it just seems so slow. But within the next like 3 years or so, I mean, he's gonna be about 6 feet. So I mean, eventually he's gonna start hitting a whole growth spurt here. It sucks because he's at the stage right now where he's like too small to eat very large prey. So I have to be very particular about what I give him because I don't want to give him something that's too big for him. But with that, then there's not a lot of options. Like you basically have to get like babies to give him, and that's a lot harder to find than like an actual rat or something. Yeah, exactly. It's just, you got to be careful. And so we supervise him, like when he's eating, we make sure that he isn't going to have any trouble or anything like that. And once he shows us he's good, then we kind of let him do his thing. He's a really well-behaved baby though. I handle him on a daily basis unless I've just fed him. Then I give him like days until I hold him because I just want to make sure that he metabolizes everything and that he's comfortable. But like after a week, I'll start holding him again, and yeah, I handle him pretty much daily for at least like anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes at a minimum, and just get him like used to being handled and stuff like that. And most babies, baby Brazilian rainbow boas are quite nippy. They like to bite because they feel threatened. They feel like everything is a predator that's going to get them because they're so small. So they frequently bite, and they have a very, it's like not a big deal at all. Like if you get bit by them, like it's nothing. Like, they won't even draw blood, but like it's still enough to make you be like, whoa, like you just try to bite me. Like they're pretty fast. But he has not bit at all. He tried to bite the first day we got him, understandably. We got him from an expo, and like it was super busy, so I don't know how many people held him that day. The bright lights probably bothered him because they're nocturnal, so he was already kind of irritated. So I understood why he struck at me when I first held him. But after that, he's been super good. He tried to bite one more time, and honestly, it was because he was looking at his reflection in the glass, and my movement kind of like threw him off, I think, and so he struck at the glass, not my hand, which was like over here. So he was just like looking at the glass, and he was like, I'm gonna attack that. Because I think he just thought it was another snake or something. I don't know. Their vision is pretty bad, actually, in a traditional sense. But they do have heat vision, which is really cool. They can tell things that are hotter than other things, cooler, and that sort of thing. Which is how they spot, prey so easily. Yeah, who knows? I mean, that day I think, like, my hands were clean and stuff. I think it was just that morning. But I also shined a light near him, so that might have... How much is the upkeep cost for him? So initially, getting a rainbow boa is quite expensive. The snake itself was $400, and then on top of that, you have to think, like, you have to get a enclosure that holds humidity very well, and that is big enough to support him for a while. And then you have to have substrate, which luckily we had. You have to have the right substrate. You have to get something that's not going to mold under moisture. You have to have, obviously it's a snake, so you have to have a hide. You have to have some kind of heating source, right? We use a panel heating source, like a mat that sticks under his cage. You don't have to have lights for these snakes because they are nocturnal. We don't have a light for them. We just use natural lighting. And yeah, any niceties, like if you want plants, if you want a bioactive enclosure, then that's going to cost you, obviously. It's like barely bioactive. It's bioactive in the sense that it has like real substrate and stuff, like coconut husk substrate. But anyway, you also have to have a form of humidity because baby rainbow boas have to have 90% plus humidity at all times. They can't go below that, or they could easily die. So you have to maintain that humidity level. So that means you have to either get a mist machine or have an enclosure that sustains humidity very, very well and spritz it, or you have to have a monsoon machine, which is what we have. They're all the same. Basically, it's just fancy ways of saying it sprays fucking water into the cage. Automatically, so we don't have to maintain it. So yeah, he stays between a 90 and 100% humidity. And their heat needs to stay between anywhere between 75 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit for babies. For adults, I'm told that it's better to keep them warm during the day and you cool them off at night. So yeah, that's like the upfront costs, and then after that, it's just all about buying like mice and substrate stuff as you need it.
And that's not even that crazy. Because I feel
No,
like,
that's not that expensive.
Because
That's
substrate, I
cheap.
mean, we don't have to clean it that often.
They're
It's-
not dirty. They're not
Yeah,
dirty animals. They don't defecate very often. They don't like urinate very often. Like it's very, very seldom that they really
It's
do
not like
anything.
having a guinea pig, you know, to be
So
raised
you
like a
can
monster
afford
chicken.
to honestly, like if you want to be like proactive, then go right ahead. But I probably change his substrate like once every like month and a half or something like that, give or take. Because changing their substrate is kind of a pain because you got to think like you're taking all of the moisture and stuff out of their cage and then you're just dumping dry substrate back in their cage. And for a snake that has to maintain a high humidity level, that's going to throw off the balance of everything. Plus, you have their cage open for a while, so all the heat gets out. So, like, it's going to take some time to get things back up to the levels that you want it to be. Luckily, we have regulation technology for all that stuff, so like it gets there pretty fast. He doesn't have to be in discomfort or anything like that. But it looks like we might. Nope. I lied. I thought we were gonna get it in. But yeah, the mice part is sad. I've said it before. It is the saddest part about owning it because like they're just obviously. I've owned rats. Like I love rodents. I love animals. Period. So I tried everything to get my snake to eat frozen mice. I really did. I fucking used all the tricks in the book besides force feeding, and I just couldn't get him to do it. He's just so picky. Like he doesn't even fucking respond to frozen mice. Like he doesn't acknowledge them. He just basically looks at them like they're just another obstacle, and he just will slither over them.
Do you think we could scent a frozen mouse?
Perhaps.
If we have actual mice.
Perhaps we could try.
That's worth a shot.
Yeah, we could try. That's an interesting theory. I haven't considered. Mice stink so bad, so like it wouldn't be hard to scent a frozen mouse to smell like a live mouse. But yeah, it's like night and day. Like if he sees a frozen mouse, he's like, I'm not even that. Like I don't care what you do, I'm not even gonna strike at it. But if he sees a live mouse, it's like his demeanor and everything just completely changes, and he goes from being this like wimpy, like little pipsqueak to this like complete, yeah, his name's Pretzel. He goes from being this wimpy little pipsqueak to like this fucking like apex predator, like a switch just turned on, and he's fast too. Case by case scenario, are the snakes that don't really like. It in my experience as a pretty intermediate snake owner, it's case by case, but also certain breeds are known for being pickier. And I think exotic snakes in particular, because they're so domesticated and heavily bred and stuff like that, are just pickier hereditarily, if that's a word. They just prefer live prey. Call it what it is, but I think maybe it's just the way they see things or the way they their instincts and stuff like that. Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like, so for example, I've had like yard snakes, like garter snakes and stuff like that. No problems eating whatsoever. Like, but these were wild caught, so keep that in mind. Like I used to wild catch garter snakes when I was a kid, and I would go to the bait and tackle store up the road, and I would buy minnows, the little fish, and I'd put them in their water bowls, and I'd just watch the snakes like get the minnows out of the water bowl and eat them. They loved them. Never had to like teach them to do that or anything like that, but I mean they were wild snakes. They instinctually had good hunting skills. But yeah, I mean I don't know. I think that we might be on the hook to feed him live for quite a while, unless I can find a method, or unless he grows out of this little picky phase that he's in, which I'm hoping he does, because it's not easy to find these mice at their current size. You basically have to locate a breeder, which is what we've done. And B, it's just not fun because we're keeping these mice like pets. I mean, we take good care of them while we have them, and you can't help but to admire how cute they are and stuff. And you see them in the morning, and they're all huddled up together, and they're fucking like they're inquisitive. They let you hold them and stuff. It's like, I'm supposed to give this thing to my snake for in 2 weeks, like, and I've just been holding them. You know what I mean? It's tough as an animal lover to like process that or to do that. So yeah, I would like to get away from this whole process and move towards a more humane and easily sustainable feeding process. Yeah, we spend a lot of time taking care of these animals that are basically our snake's food. Like we, especially Desiree, like she like really, like she's like forcing us to go to a pet store this weekend and buy a wheel and stuff. But I also agree with it. I don't want to. It's not right to keep them in inhumane conditions just because they're going to be food for your snake, because they're still going to be alive in the meantime. So you're still abusing an animal, even if you're like, oh, it's okay, I plan to feed it to my snake, which is how some reptile breeders and owners think of it. They'll take so much good care of their snake, like they will fucking lose their shit if their snake's temps are off slightly, but they'll just throw a rat in a tight box and just not even worry about it. And that's not right. And to me, I don't see how you can own one animal and just completely mistreat another animal. It makes no sense to me. But, and we're not like that, so. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret having him or anything like that. I love my snake so much. He's awesome. I know it sounds weird if you're not a snake person, but he is a total sweetheart. And I like he enriches our lives for sure. I just hope that one day he eats frozen mice. That's all. Okay, we're in. Sweet. Back. We're back, baby. We went to a reptile expo to get him, and it was like so cool.
You can get venomous snakes here.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too, is you can fucking buy. Pennsylvania is like the most absurd state ever, I feel like, when it comes to owning a snake, because you can just buy live snakes in this state. You don't need a license, you don't need a permit, you don't need training, you don't need anything. And guess what? Same thing to sell them. You don't need nothing to sell a cobra to somebody here in the state of Pennsylvania.
It's so irresponsible, because at least, right, like, in states like Florida, I know Florida gets a lot of shit, but Florida is very specific in the way that they handle their venomous animals. You have to have license, you have to have a mentor, you have to have, like, a specific area where you can keep the venomous animals if there's a natural disaster, and then you have to know how to keep those in three, like, separate, like, levels of containment. So, like, a bag, it has to be labeled, and it has to go into a container that's also labeled. It's like, it's so fucking crazy. It's like, so in that way, I respect Florida because that's smart. You should do those things with something that's venomous. No one should be able to.
It's the Texas of the Northeast. Even Texas has laws.
Is way better.
That's the
Texas
thing.
is better than
That
here.
was like the first thing I looked up when
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if Texas is fucking crazy too, because Texas is like notorious for being
Making up
like,
their
you
own
can
shit.
do whatever you
Yeah.
want. It's Texas, baby.
Bookie.
But when it comes to exotic animal ownership, like they do some things right. Sorry, I had to close a tab. And it's not as bad as fucking Pennsylvania. I'll tell you that much right now.
Sometimes I wonder if, like, specifically a state like Florida that sees a lot of invasive species and things like that, I wonder if because they've seen so many accidents and shit like that, that they're like, no, like, this isn't cool, like, we really need to take precautions. Or
Yeah.
if on the other spectrum, like, states like Pennsylvania, because they're not well versed, they just have stupid ass laws that are antiquated and or should be, you know what I mean? Like, Hedgehogs. That's a stupid one. Like, I could
Yeah,
get a
hedgehogs are
license-
banned in Pennsylvania, by the way.
But-
You can buy a cobra.
You can buy a cobra and you can get a
You
license to own a
cannot
lion.
you cannot own a hedgehog under
Yeah.
any circumstances. You cannot get a permit for it. You cannot get a license. You are not allowed to own a hedgehog
I think
in the state of Pennsylvania.
I think the legislation or something like said that you can buy a hedgehog if it was bred in the state of Pennsylvania, but other than that, it's banned. But if it's banned, then why would you get a fucking hedgehog in the state of Pennsylvania? So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. The shit didn't add up. Like, it's a lot.
Well, it's also one of those niche things where, like, none of those people that wrote the legislation own a hedgehog.
Or know anything about exotics. Like,
Yeah.
that's, yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah, it is wild.
Pennsylvania, Florida just recently, I want to say last year, had some really big changes to legislation. It was like, it's like something about like the animals you can or cannot own, and of course, like Florida is like one of those states where reptile owning is really large there because of the ecosystem, and so it hurt a lot of breeders and businesses. And I can't remember what it was, but they had banned like certain reptiles, I think. I don't know if it was because of invasive species or what, but like it's just so intricate. And by no means am I saying is the pet trade always good and morally right. I think there's a lot of things that people do incorrectly. But you know, you should just be informed. Like when you're making shit up, you know what I mean? Because it's the actual ecosystem.
I just, under no circumstance, look, I love animals, and I most certainly love snakes. Like I've always loved snakes. They are hands down my favorite animal of all time. Always have been, always will be.
Go.
I would love. It has been my childhood dream to own a cobra. Okay, and I had an opportunity to literally buy one for like $40. Okay,
Yeah, and the guy
no
was
questions
like, yeah,
asked.
and we're like, is it though?
The guy was like super cool with me buying it from him, by the way. Just totally wasn't gonna like ask me anything or nothing
It
like
was
that.
so ridiculous.
And I refused to because why? Because that's such a ridiculous thing to do. I am confident that I am responsible enough to own something like that, and I still don't trust it because things happen, you know, like just the other day we thought our snake escaped. He didn't. He just got into a part of his cage that was inaccessible to us and out of our vision. But like, what if that was our cobra? Like, they're smart. They're strong, like very strong snakes. If they escape, it's game over.
Well, and so I was watching this like YouTuber who like specializes in various types of animals. Obviously, they're licensed and they're in the state of Florida, and so they're like an animal educator. But they put it in perspective, and they were like, think about it this way: if you had a cobra and you got fucking bit by that cobra, or even a blue viper, if you go to the hospital, right, assuming that it's close enough to you, you take that 15-minute drive to that hospital, and you're like, hey, I got bit by a blue viper. You better fucking hope they have anti-venom for a snake that's in fucking Africa. They're not gonna have that for you. You're gonna have to get that shit sent to that hospital, and that's extra time. You're fucked by that time. You're dead. Like, you're never gonna have it. And if it goes loose, right, let's say, because you didn't lock it properly, you didn't have a cage that like sections off or something, it's an apex predator. Everything in its area is gonna get fucked. People are going to die. Like, it's not safe. You should just never have one. The average person should never have one. Even if you're experienced, it doesn't even matter. You technically probably shouldn't have one either. Like, it just seems insane to me.
Yeah, I support it under very specific circumstances. If you were a research...
research or education.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I really don't think that you should just...
It's the same thing as like owning a tiger or something. I don't really think people should own tigers. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's terrible. We all watch Tiger King. I think it's a terrible idea. But people do it anyway, you know, and they always will. But the fact that you can just go to the fucking store and buy one here is just absolutely insane. It is so wild.
They had small little gators and like.
Yeah, they had gators. You can buy gators here.
I thought it was a little stupid, and by a little stupid, it was like inhumane. Like a small gator or what was it, a caiman or something, should never be in a very small tank. Like unless you have a crazy amount of money, there's no way you can give these animals in captivity what they need. If you're an average person, there's just no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, and like that brings up the overarching question that if you really love these animals, then you would realize that the best place for them is in the wild, and you would just, you know, admire them from afar that way. But I know these people don't really think that way. It reminds me of that show, Fatal Attraction. I always think about that. It's like where people fucking would get like chimpanzees and shit like that.
Fuck that. I'm scared as hell of chimps.
Yeah, that is one animal that would be the last on my list to own. Dead last. After a cobra, after fucking everything, like, would just be last on the list. I mean, I don't want to get an animal that can, like, literally outsmart me if I'm having an off day or something. You know what I mean?
And
They're so smart.
They're smart, their strength, everything.
Yeah, so
They're
smart.
not even using their full power can easily take off fingers. You know what I mean?
Using my full power.
It's terrifying. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
It's also crazy expensive to give them what they need. I just.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you would have to jump through hoops to really, like, take care of them. I mean, it would be amazing in some ways because, like, it would literally be like having an extra human in the house in some ways.
It's like a toddler, but a dangerous toddler.
Yeah.
With really, really smart. And the only way that they're similar to a toddler is that they're mean. That's the only difference. They're
Yeah.
mean as fuck, but they're really expensive.
We're gonna bail on these guys. Otherwise, oh,
How long you shooting for?
I don't know. Jesus. These things are fucking crazy looking. That attack sucks. Jeez, they're still fucking over here. God damn. Fuck, hey, leave me alone. Yeah, people think I'm crazy when I tell them that I own a snake that's gonna get like 6+ feet or whatever. But like, I'm like, bro, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea. I know people way crazier than me. But most people have like a big phobia of snakes, and I try to...
It doesn't mean that we're not also crazy.
Yeah, I am. I acknowledge the fact that I am an enthusiast and I enjoy owning an animal that most people would consider to be like something they would never invite into their house, you know what I mean? But I try to also like educate people, and you know, I know it's like futile effort because if you have a phobia of something, it's probably an irrational fear anyway. But I do try to explain to them like, hey, you know, like, these are like their mannerisms, and these are why they do certain things, and they're actually not venomous, and there have been no documented cases of a rainbow boa ever killing a human being. These are all the reasons why you shouldn't be scared of them.
Is that true?
Yep, that is true, 100%. They have never killed a human.
I guess that would be. Yeah, I guess that does make sense.
So despite them being a very large snake, they are...
They're not even a snake, technically.
Yeah, they're not a large snake in
Like,
comparison
when you,
to some.
yeah, you know what I mean?
But to someone who has a phobia of snakes, they might as well be an anaconda. But yeah, I try to tell people about him and stuff like that, and I'll show them pictures of him when he's looking extra cute and stuff, and they'll be like, so a lot of people will be like, oh, okay, like, he's not so bad, you know, type of thing. It's like, yeah, see, like,
He's pretty unassuming at the moment. Yeah.
yeah,
Because he doesn't really pose any real threat.
no, he's
And
tiny.
okay, no, here's a hot take, and other people can really disagree with me. If your snake is not venomous, right? Because venom is a huge factor. The worst thing that happens, right? You know, this depends on where you're getting bit. Like, no one wants to get bit in the eye, right? You could get bit, and it would be a strike, and then it would be that. I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt, but you wouldn't fucking die. A dog could maul my face if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that snakes are puppy dogs or that puppy dogs aren't puppy dogs, but like they, you know, a dog could do some damage if they really wanted to, you know?
Yeah, dogs, I mean, I would say
Dog
anything that's a non-venomous snake, dogs hands down are more dangerous. Like, I would even say, like, even an anaconda, which is like one of the largest snakes in the world, I would say your average like dog is probably more dangerous. I'm not saying that your dog's gonna bite you. If you have a dog, it's gonna bite you. I'm saying the
Yeah,
dog's
right.
potential to harm you is higher than that snake's potential, because that snake,
the temperament.
if it's going to attack you for any reason, like it's just extra pissed off, and you did something to really set them off, and it bit you, it's going to bite you and let go. It's gonna latch onto you for a second, and then as soon as it feels like you no longer pose a threat, it can't eat you. So it's just gonna be like, all right, that's the end of it. You leave me alone
But
and fuck off.
in the case of something like a group like an anaconda or something, if you, I guess it's different because if you were to
If
try
you
to
wrap it
handle
around your neck and
Right.
you're like, hey, choke me, yeah, sure.
It's really fucking heavy. That's a very heavy ass snake. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It could do some really sizable things. I like how like this is now like a tier list of like animals that you could fuck up or
Yeah.
could fuck you up. Like, all right, so we got dog, who's an apex predator. What's after that?
If dogs, you know, maybe not like dogs like Mason, but like dogs like,
Yeah.
you know, your average like Labrador Retriever or, you know, even like a standard poodle, you know what I mean? Like they're big dogs. Like if they really wanted to like attack us, like they could do a lot of damage. Of course, they're not going to do that,
Yeah,
but
someone was talking. I think it was a TikTok of someone showing off their dog that has actual like wolf lineage in it, and the difference in owning a dog that has wolf blood in it, and like how you can't take it to the groomers. And it's actually harmful to like cut their hair and stuff. You actually have to brush it. It always has to be brushed, and their coats will never basically end. And so you can't, because I think it has something to do with like temperature regulation. So if you cut their fur, it actually is really dangerous for them because they can't regulate their heat as well. And she said that they're really temperamental, and you should technically never have them around children or, you know, really vulnerable people like the elderly.
I've
or
heard
even
that.
other dogs.
I've heard that as well. Back when I was looking for a dog like that,
Oh, really?
and there is
What kind of dogs were you?
dogs with wolf lineage.
Oh, so just in general.
Yep, and you can choose. Like a lot of the breeders would have like percentages,
Oh,
and they'd be
wow.
like, this litter is a 40% litter, and they would like good breeders I saw would like list out like, hey, this is what you're getting when you get a dog that is like 40% wolf. Like,
Yeah,
here are
they
the
don't wanna
things that
use
you
it,
need to
yeah.
be aware of. Because they obviously care about their dogs,
Right,
and they
right.
want them to go to good homes, and they
Right.
don't want them to end up fighting somebody or anything like that. And like,
Because then
no
what
kidding
happens,
says, like,
they go to
you
a
can't
shelter
have small
and they
children.
get put down. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like,
They're like, you can't have small children, period. If you do, they won't sell you the dog. You like have to have, basically you have to make sure their conditions are met, and they're pretty, you know, it's like owning an exotic animal, really. That said, they have dogs that are much less of wolf lineage, still look very wolf-like, and are much more dog-like, if that makes any sense. They are more predictable. They do the same things dogs do. They're fine around kids. Like, but you're probably talking about like, I mean, it's been a while since I've looked at this stuff, but it's probably like, it's people dancing up here. It's probably like 20% wolf or something. But they're really cool. They're awesome dogs. They get fucking huge, the ones I saw.
They do.
Destroy every corrupted necessary for the
I mean,
good
at
of
that point, we just have like a fucking husky. And this is like coming
Yeah, you
from
might as well
someone
get a husky or
who
a
knows
shepherd.
nothing. Yeah, this is coming from someone who knows nothing about animals, or sorry, well, about dogs in particular, specific breeds. Like, I feel as though like huskies are a really good in between. Like, you want something that's wild, but still a dog, and will do really great in like cold temperatures that normal dogs probably wouldn't like do the best in, like a Chihuahua, right? Like, it probably couldn't hold up the same way Husky would in some snow. Not a lot of dogs enjoy that shit.
I put my Chihuahua in front of my sled and he didn't pull shit.
Yeah, basically. But yeah,
I want my money back.
yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, all dogs are great in their own right.
It's true.
But huskies are like so wild. Like,
And
they're so stubborn and like they just have like this. They just have they're their own person basically. They're their own dog.
They have a very broad personality. I don't really know. Like, it's bold. Maybe bold is the word.
Bold is a good word.
Yeah, they have their own personalities and they can be very loud. So, like, if you live in an apartment, which let's say you have a large apartment, right? And say that you can technically have a dog that large, but like they are so fucking loud. Sometimes they just won't shut the fuck up, and like that sometimes is a deal breaker for people because they'll get noise complaints. But that's just about people as well, because they're smaller than you. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's even crazier when you think about breeds that just were never technically meant to exist, but we created them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like pugs.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Notorious
pugs
one.
or some shit like that. It's just fuck them. Why did we do this? We're like, oh, you know what? We have the ability to like
For
think
money,
about,
that's
like,
why.
no, but it's like we have the ability to think about these traits that we want in a specific dog, and these are things that we want, and we're like, you know what? Let's make them worse. You know what I mean? Like we didn't decide to make it better. Like we made it fucking worse. Like they can't breathe. Their eyes are fucking popping out. Like you know, like it's
This
just
dog is
terrible.
barely hanging on by a
Literally,
thread.
it's a genetic miracle that just keeps on happening. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to breed a dog specifically to be unhealthy? That's like, what?
Then come on down to pugs. Pugs are us.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying pugs aren't cute. I'm not saying pugs aren't a great option. I'm just like,
We guarantee you that all of our dogs are asthmatic.
yeah, like what? They will snort, and it's not in a cute way. Like, it's a concerning way.
Yeah, pugs will just be sitting on the couch and they'll be like struggling, like looking around, like something's about to get them. Like, where am I? Like, people are like, "That's my dog right there." That's. He's just a little
French
timid.
bulldogs are cute though.
I left for a couple minutes, come back to eye popping out. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking about pugs.
What are we talking about? Who's that? Facebook?
Jason was talking about, we were talking about eyes popping out. We were talking about pugs. But they are cute in like their own way, I
Yeah, they
think.
are, yeah. Definitely.
So we're just steadily. Wait, what is this? What does this look like? What the fuck? I just wanted to see what it looked like. That looks fucking weird. Anyway, yeah, we're just steadily leveling up with the rapier. When applying the first bleed stack to an opponent. So what's the end game here? Proper spacing. Finished. Okay. Well, these are all pretty decent.
Beats.
Okay. Just a bit for that. Stretch. Yeah, I probably should.
It feels good though. Like when you stretch more often, you're like, wait, that's kind of good.
I used to do yoga back in the
really?
heyday. Yeah, back when I used to work and train at an MMA gym.
I didn't know that.
I spent my entire days there. Like I wanted to train desperately so bad that I would spend my entire day training, and I would clean mats, I would clean bathrooms, I would do anything I could to quote unquote pay dues there. And at the end of certain days, they had a yoga instructor, and yeah, I used to do yoga pretty regularly. It was, oh man, you want to talk about like,
It seems hard.
it is, but like you just get a little bit further like
Yeah.
every day you do it, you know, and like really it's just
I feel like it is beneficial though.
it is because what you don't realize, I mean, in addition to just being like physically relaxing, there's a calm and focus that you get from it that I can only describe as like a zen, I guess. Like you kind of just let all of your pressure. This is how I felt anyway, because it was at the end of my day after hard workouts and stuff. It was like all of the pressure but what little I had left, basically, like kind of just I let go, and afterwards I just felt like replenished, you know?
Feeling.
Yeah.
Yo, it's Yoig. What's up, Yoig?
Thanks, Yogi. I appreciate it.
At the sweet prize I won.
Thanks for following. Welcome to the stream. We're just playing some New World and talking about fucking. We have talked about a lot in the streaming
Taco
section.
Bell.
Let's see. We started with like OnlyFans,
Yeah.
and fast food, fucking bugs in their eyes, I don't know. I'm like summarizing in a very bad way,
Oh
but
yeah, venomous snake.
venomous snakes and how you can own them in Pennsylvania without a license or any qualifications whatsoever. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I don't exactly. I'm assuming I have to go down here.
Bugs and their eyes.
Bugs in their eyes. Pugs. What are they looking at? We'll find out.
Pugs, why are they so stressed? Everything.
Pugs. How are they alive?
So crazy. What were we just talking about though? We were talking about something.
Yoga.
Oh yeah, MMA. Yeah, so
MMA.
Was that a job for that time? Or was that...
Alright, Jason. Thanks. Thank
Thanks!
you for tuning in.
Bye.
See you later. Have a great rest of your weekend. I worked.
Do they know me?
I said that pugs are like cute in their own way. Like they're kind of, to me anyway, they're kind of like ugly cute, but they're sweet dogs. Like they're you get like the lovable like lap dog trait, but not as much of the yappiness as you do with like Chihuahuas, for
Like
example.
normal smaller dogs.
Yeah. Like, I can speak on behalf of Chihuahuas. We used to own a fucking ton of them because I had a Chihuahua. She got pregnant because my parents bred her, and we just had all these fucking Chihuahua puppies running around, and they were so cool. Just little Chihuahua babies, but like even from birth, they were just assholes to me. Like
Were they short?
short hair.
I like them. Okay, she's alive.
Yeah, exactly. Just so ugly and cute. They're cool though. I mean, every interaction I've had with pugs, they've always like let me pet them and stuff like that. Which cannot be said for Chihuahuas. Pretty much every interaction I've had with a random person's Chihuahua, I've had to keep my distance. With the exception of teacup Chihuahuas, I feel like they're just so small and frail. They're just like, yeah, even if I growled, nobody would care. So they just give up. Frenchies are interesting dogs. I think my aunt has one.
Is your like I think it's Frenchie, so she's always posting about. They're so freaking cute.
Yeah. they're in the same like league as pugs. I feel like they're a little bit more of a functional pug, basically. Like they have like the traits of a dog that can actually, you know, breathe, but they still look all whack and crazy. But there's like a real. What's really funny about these dogs is like whenever there's like a niche dog, there's always like a community around it. Like there are people out there that really are ride or die for pugs, and that's amazing. Same thing with French bulldogs, like all that. What do we need to do here? We need to skin them for large fang. Alright. I don't know if that's how you acquire large fangs. I hate to inform people who wrote up this quest, but for the sake of the game, I'll skin them for their fangs. That's not what we need. Like how we're shooting this deer. Get back here! Can you imagine if that's what hunting was like? It's just like you go into the woods with your real tree outfit on and you get your magical staff and you go and shoot at deer. Like Jeeps, yeah. So I mean, definitely as like owning a type of car is not my entire personality, but I am a car enthusiast. I love my Subaru. I have a 2020 Subaru STI, and it's got a very large community surrounding it. The people are very adamant about that car, and I love it, but I'm not like, you know, Subaru died for my sins, and I'm gonna go to fucking Subaru church every Sunday. Like, these people are fucking crazy. Yeah, Angry Eyes Jeeps, yeah. That's a thing. My barber actually owns a Jeep, and we make fun of that stuff. Like he was mentioning that to me. He was like, "Yeah, people fucking get this stupid look on their Jeeps, and I hate it." But it's very popular because it's like an easy mod. Like it's something that like anybody can just order in the mail and put on themselves. So. Okay, where is them and how? What do I need to? I think it's just a look that people are going for because the front of cars resemble like, you know, it's like any kind of trend. Like it's just the way vehicles are manufactured. So like making them look like angry is like appealing because it adds a more aggressive look, which in turn can be like associated with being more powerful. Like, oh, this is a powerful car because it looks bad, it looks aggressive. Okay, so they're Pumas, that's what we found. I wouldn't want people being able to see my feet. Oh, you mean like the no doors, yeah. Yeah. It would feel weird driving a car with no doors, I feel like. Oh, also, Jeeps are getting expensive now. Jeeps used to be like a super cheap and affordable vehicle. But not anymore. Like, they've kind of transitioned into this, like, fucking company that... I mean, all cars are getting expensive. What am I saying? If you look at the MSRP of cars, like your average car nowadays, I feel like it's so much higher than it was, like, 10 years ago or so. And you could probably chalk that up to a number of things, but it's crazy. I mean, just to get like a mid-tier like sedan, like it's gonna cost you like at least 20 grand probably new, at least. Whereas like 10 years ago, you could probably get away with like 14,000 or something, 13. Obviously, like before taxes. I'm just talking like MSRP. Yeah, the technology. There's a chip shortage going on right now, which means in turn that everything is more expensive. Yeah. Somebody said something interesting the other day that I like thought of before, but I've never heard anyone convey the same thought like in a concise way. But they basically said that car manufacturers should do what like Air Jordan does, where they have retrofits, and like they're like they literally make the old shoe from like 20 years ago or something, like same as they did before, right? And they just put it out online. And of course, they sell it for a lot more because it's a special edition. It's like a limited run or whatever. So, you know, but for people who wanted to own that shoe in a pristine condition, just like you bought it in the 90s, that's a huge appeal. So what if they did that same thing with cars? What if they were like, hey, you can own it? Would if so here's the thing. In the United States, at least, I can't speak on behalf of like other countries, but in the United States, you have what's called the I don't know if it's called this specifically, but it's basically like a classic car law, where if your vehicle is older than 20 years, it is exempt from those types of things because it is classified as a classic car. I don't know the complete ins and outs of that in terms of like smog tests, carbon emissions, and stuff like that, but I know that like DOT standards are pretty much like that doesn't apply to you because you drive a fucking Flintstones car, so like, you know, you don't have to be like within regulations in that regard. Because your fucking car is so old and you insist on driving it, you fucking psychopath. Considered a vintage car, yeah. And that's how people also get away with importing certain cars too, because they're classified as classic cars, so they don't have to. Normally, if you were to try to import a brand new Nissan whatever the fuck from Japan or something like that, like brand new, you really wouldn't be able to do it unless you jump through some crazy amount of hoops to get that car like legally drivable in the United States. I mean, you can drive it on track all day. Like, you can bring it over here. You just can't register it. But if it's a classic car, if it's 20 plus years old, then you don't have to worry about anything. You can just register it outright because it doesn't matter if it passes DOT and emission standards. It's a classic. At least that's how the rules used to be. I don't know if they've added any sorts of stipulations or anything like that on it. And of course, it could vary from state to state. Right now, California has recently passed a law that basically says that you are not allowed to alter your ECU in any way, shape, or form. And if you are found to have done such a thing, then you can be, I don't know if it's fined, but you definitely won't pass a vehicle inspection. And spoiler alert, I've done that to my car. Like, it happens. It is tuned and the ECU is basically flashed. So my car would technically not be legal in the state of California right now. But we don't live in California. We live in Pennsylvania. So, but stuff like that is happening all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if they altered like the classic car rule that I just talked about as well, because you know, something could apply to them as well. Okay, so we got some quests to turn in here.
Oh, wonderful,
Sandris?
wonderful. These samples will do nicely. The difference is... that is an interesting idea. You're very insightful.
I feel like I have too many items. Oh, this rapier is way better than my old one. Wow, it's a lot better. Shit. We gotta salvage some stuff, though. I don't actually know if, like, salvaging is the most efficient way to get rid of your old items, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't understand why the gear score on this is like so much higher than this one, but the armor rating is lower, and I think it's because of the weight. I think you can move more freely. Oh, it's because it has to be the weight. It has to be. So I'm actually going to use these gloves instead and salvage these. I think you move easier with lighter armor, and that's why it's saying like, hey, this gear score is higher, because like in terms of weight, it's a better item. So I can just go ahead and salvage like all of these because I feel like they're just not as good. Gear score on that one's way better. Well, not way better. Yeah, it's actually close. And this one's just all around worse, right? Yeah. So we'll salvage that. Can you store? Does this stuff weigh anything? Yeah, it does. So, like, you must be able to, like, store this stuff. Because I'm just carrying around all these crafting supplies and, like, for no reason, basically. I gotta put those in the fucking bank.
Let's get a toy poodle.
Toy poodle? I swear we need to get a new dog every day. And it's always a different breed.
Yeah, and it's always a small one.
Yeah, that's true. It is always a small one.
They're just so cute.
So, the patrol from Marnock's Bluffs had already been wiped out. The truth is
Double
that
13.
Marnock's Bluffs, that would be well. I am not sure why she needs the blocks, but it must be for something important. The settlement first.
What we got here? What we got here? So we're putting points in the decks. Yeah, that.
Their hair looks like mine.
My hair? Oh no, the poodles. Well, that guy's not wearing any armor.
You know,
Put some
her
clothes
back.
on. There's a few different naked people out here.
Jump in.
He's not wearing a mask. Get him. I need to get a bow or something.
I see the light is still with you.
Okay, so complete these quests. Complete. Yeah, you can actually buy, you can actually buy, like, some pretty legit items from these guys. I don't know if it's worth using, like, faction points and money early on. I've kind of, like, avoided it, but I might just be totally, like, gimping my character by not purchasing these things. I don't know if it's a waste of money or not.
Yorkie is just the perfect dog.
I mean, how many faction points? Oh, so this, I have 1,424, and just for the weapons alone, it's 1,000. That's still not bad. I mean, this is a huge upgrade from what I'm currently using. Requires level 15, though. And do these require higher levels as you go down? Is that... Okay, requires level 20. I see. So yeah, I'm just gonna save my points, because like leveling up so far hasn't been... Unless it becomes like very hard to deal with the content that I'm currently facing. I'm not going to use the points early on. I just want to save them for late game. Although I could be thinking about this all wrong, since, you know, this is closed beta, and our characters are going to get wiped on the end of the month or whatever. Might just be good to just fucking use it. There are people that are actually hitting level 60 right now, and it just blows my mind. That just means that they fucking, like, started playing this fucking game and, like, did not stop from, like, the moment it started. Can't relate. How long have you been streaming for? Almost 3 hours? Okay. I'm gonna say we'll give it, I'm gonna stream for 15 more minutes just to round it off to 3 hours, and then we'll call it good. Her armor looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
She's real, syndicate looking. 2 hours and 44 minutes of streaming.
Gotta consider someone who wanna raid, maybe.
Yeah, I'll check out my my friends that are online and stuff. Not in this game, because as of right now, I don't know anyone who's streaming this game. amongst my close circle, but I guess we should just go to this one right here. But we'll see who all's online and see who we can raid after this. Oh, there's fights going on out here. What level are these people? I don't even fucking know. Higher than me, that's for sure. Oh, so they control this area. That green insignia is like they control this territory or whatever. I'm sure I'll learn more about the PvP system like later on when it becomes like more relevant. I think for right now, like the most important thing to me is to just like level up. Haven't seen that crafting material yet. This guy's name is D's Nuts Yum Yum.
True.
Is it it's not so like in my Streamlabs OBS it looks a little choppy. Is it kind of choppy on the stream?
Yeah, it's been getting kind of choppy in and out.
That's so strange. I mean, I know there's like a lot going on here, but that'll have to be something like I look into more.
It's just so hard to figure out how to optimize it without streaming it first.
Yeah, it's like it's like you have to adjust. Like it has something to do with like the bit rate and stuff. Like, and you have to find that sweet point. I'd love to check out some of the other streamers and see like what kind of setup they're running in terms of like OBS or Streamlabs OBS, depending on what they're using. Because I know a few people that have like ran through major cities and I haven't seen any lag whatsoever. And it might just be their setup, but like for me, on my end, when I'm running through a town, like I'm not getting anything. Like there's no, like there's seldom lag right now and stuff like that. But like I'll look over at my stream and I'll see like a little bit of like what I can only describe as like choppiness, like loss of frames or something. So obviously I want it to be as smooth as possible and I want it to be like an enjoyable viewing experience. So that's going to be something that I'll have a little bit of homework on. After this, I'll do some research and see if I can get that going. Alright, so apparently I have to kill some turkeys too. Ah yes, great warrior, we were looking for you to come help us kill these turkeys. Who will answer our call? Only a great champion can vanquish the turkeys. Oh, so... Man, I don't know what... Like, I was like, this is clearly like a PvP thing, but like, I couldn't figure out what was, what it was trying to say. Like, in terms of if it's an objective or what. But I think it's already owned by my faction, which is the Covenant. You can press F3 to fish. What is this? Requires mining skill of 50, which I don't have. These things. I probably don't have enough skill for these. Nope. Harvesting skill. I guess I should probably be like harvesting shit more, but I don't know. It like fills up your inventory and like encumbers you and stuff, and like Northwest, man, that's my... I guess I could go back and, like, once I hit a higher level and harvest shit. But who knows, maybe I should have been doing it the whole time. I'm sure there's, like, lists of things that are, like, important for you to grab on your way to stuff. Like, some things in certain games will say, like, oh, make sure you chop down every blueberry bush you find, or, like, make sure you do this or that. I'm sure I'm just passing by stuff I should be harvesting, but I like how that's where, like, yeah, speaking of which, I need to get my wisdom teeth removed. Oh, you know what I just realized? This weapon that I'm using is not... Oh man, please tell me I didn't... Okay. I didn't destroy my... For some reason I equipped the longsword, and that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. You know, I got my wisdom teeth removed before I ever had any sort of feeling or problems or anything. Like, it was just like a preemptive thing that I was told, you know, I just had to do. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad I did. It's just, you know, there's always that, like, possibility that you never would have had to gotten your wisdom teeth removed. But who knows? Oh, is this a longsword too? I'm confused. I'm super confused. I guess I thought that both of my weapons were rapiers, and I just assumed that they were anyway. So unfortunately, I'm like not statted correctly for this, what I'm doing right now. I sold 2 different things by 2 different dentists. Oh god, that sucks. Got some pants. They're not as good as what we were using. Longsword. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what just happened, but I guess I accidentally equipped the longsword twice. That was weird. Maybe it was bugged. But I really wanted to focus on using the rapier. I also want to get like a gun or a bow and just go like a full dex build. Oh, they fighting. Another told me I would never need them out. Did they also say that one of them only tells lies and the other only tells the truth? It's a riddle. You gotta fucking figure it out. Damn dentists and their tricks. You know, I used to memorize the stuff that, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I frequently memorize the stuff that my dentists say in terms of like what they work on. I know like the numbers of the teeth that they have done work on. I know what they did, like in pretty good detail anyway. I'm not saying like I'm a fucking dentist or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all, but like I think I actually surprise them when I like tell them, like they're like, you know, oh, have you ever had like dental history? Like what work have you had done? And I'll be like, yeah, I had a fractured number 13, and I had to get composite filled in it, which then had to be later replaced, and they had to do a root canal and replace it with a crown. And they're like, wow, like that was pretty good detail. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like a pretty major thing that like they did, but I guess most people kind of just like shrug it off and they're like, yeah, just fucking fix it. I don't want my teeth to hurt anymore. I actually didn't have to pay for it. That's the thing. At the time I had dental insurance, but still, I mean, you're just sitting there anyway. Like it's at the very least what the stuff they're talking about is interesting, and it pertains directly to you. Like it's your mouth. So It is also funny that the language that they use when they're working on your teeth is like very specific so as to not like freak out the person sitting in the chair. Like they will say certain things like they'll say like, oh, can we get like this utensil or whatever, like we've got like a little bit of heme showing, and they'll say heme but they mean hemorrhaging because you're bleeding, but they don't want to say that in front of you while they're working on your mouth. But like me just being there and sitting there, like I'm just like, I know what you're saying. But you know, the average person is just sort of like, yeah, he's just using dentist talk. Yeah, they just use like the first letter of every word. C-I-G-A P-I-C-C-A.
That's dentist talk.
Yeah. Oh, I know what that means.
Did you
Dude, I like how my character is not swimming in this water. He's just walking. Why did he do that? Why did he do that, dude? What a badass.
Jesus Christ reincarnated.
He's the opposite of Jesus Christ. He doesn't walk on water. He walks in water. That's like how like zombies are like theorized to walk through water.
I can just now see it in stream.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So stupid. Well, clearly that was a bug. Huh? Or pretty nice. Oh, really? We're heming all the time, yeah. Heming it up. Heming and hawing. Yeah, there's a lot of dental techs in the Air Force, like enlisted members and stuff, and it's a pretty good gig. Like there's a lot of work for them on the outside. Like once they decide, you know, if they decide to separate or whatever, and it's a good opportunity if they want to become dentists to have a lot of exposure in that career field. Yeah. Yeah, I find I've known people that have worked like with dental offices and stuff like that. Mainly like I knew a guy that used to replace like their equipment and stuff. And the shit that they fucking have to buy, like to no surprise of anybody, is fucking expensive as fuck. But it's pretty neat, like, and they always have the financials to cover it. I'm sure those places make pretty good money. I just wouldn't want to work in people's mouths, man. Like, that just... I know they get paid really well, and I would probably prefer to do that over, like, regular surgery, I guess, but, like... Oh, man, people don't be brushing their teeth and shit, and, like... I don't feel like dealing with that gaping chasm of a fucking sinkhole they have in their mouth for an hour while you work on their teeth. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a, ancient chest, huh? Interesting. That's a named mob. That's a special monster. Oh, wait, what? Got some fucking gold gloves. I look like I'm about to do a fucking magic show. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you can't use abilities while you're encumbered. Oh, my God. This is horrible. Shit. Oh, and they keep spawning. Of course. Of course. Salvage. God damn it. Nice. That's pretty cool. Dr. Steve Brule, I'm assuming? No, I'm kidding. Salvage some stuff. So let's salvage these things. Salvage. I want to salvage that. Am I at least not encumbered anymore? I want to fight that named guy over there, but I need to start banking shit. That's what I need to fucking do. Because I've clearly got too much stuff. Yeah. I feel like a lot of dental offices are fancy. Just come talk to my dude. He'll fucking heal you with a staff. No dentist required. So I wanted to attack that guy over there, but I don't even bother because there's too much shit. Where's the nearest town? It's that thing? I need to go there anyway, so I'll just bank my stuff when I go there. Can I resurrect that person? They're probably AFK if they're just sitting there. H? No, it's not gonna help.
Bodies!
I tried.
Get a bone.
Yeah, I tried to help him. You all saw it. I tried to be a good Samaritan. Apparently, my healing staff has its limits. And the limitations are if you're dead, then I can't help you. I do think there is a resurrect. I mean, I'm almost positive there's a resurrection ability in this game. I just think it's like a higher level thing. Damn, when they attack at like different intervals, it's like fucking nasty. Shit. Got a new shield. It's not gonna do anything because I don't use a shield, but oh wait a second. Why did this game is so bugged, I swear to God, sometimes. So wouldn't let me equip a shield because oh, okay, there we go. Salvage, confirm. Alright. How far away is this fucking quest? Okay, it's over there, I got it. But there's a pathway through here, I guess. I think after we get to this location, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night since we've been streaming for about a little over 3 hours now. But it's been fun. I mean, like, I upgraded my CPU the other day and my motherboard, so, like, it's good to see all this stuff in action. And I'm glad I'm not having any issues, other than, like, the occasional, like, choppy stream, which I don't actually think is, like, a processor issue or anything. I actually think it's just a, stream settings issue. But I'll try to work that on my end, because, yeah. I want it to be smooth for you guys. I want it to be an enjoyable watching experience. I know when I watch people play MMOs, one of the things that I look for is, you know, how good is their GPU and, you know, how smooth does their stream look. Like, I don't want to watch a stream if it's, like, all over the place, because then you're not really enjoying the game. And with this game being so new, a lot of people are looking at streamers to kind of show them if the game is worth buying. So I want to definitely put that on display. I'll get another hat. It is not better for, well, so we're not using strength or anything, actually. It has a better gear score, technically, so I guess I'll equip it. And now we're using an Indiana Jones hat and not the Johnny Depp hat. heavy attacks are satisfying. That is like one thing that I really like about certain games is like when, I don't know, like I just can't describe it. When you hit something and you really feel like you hit it, I guess is like the best way I can. Like some games just don't have that kind of feeling, you know? Like when you hit something, you're just like, that didn't really feel like I hit that thing, you know? You don't feel the impact of it, and this game definitely has that. And maybe it has something to do with like the screen shake or the sounds or whatever, but it definitely feels like you're really hitting something hard when you do that power move. Oh, that's an archer, I see. Okay. Ow. Ooh. This guy is taking me for a ride. There's no blocking those arrows, apparently. Jesus. That believability is hard to make. I agree. I think that a lot of games, especially in the MMO genre, fail to do that well, at least. We are fighting things. Well, they're only one level above me. They're not actually like, they shouldn't be too tough. They're hitting me very hard. I don't know if reading these things is actually that important, but I read them all anyway. Actually, I think that one was from Quest. Yeah, I guess that was what I was supposed to do. Anyway, I got to the destination that I said I would. I guess this is probably as good a time as any to wrap things up, but really appreciate you guys for coming by. It's been awesome. I think that I'm just so glad it's Friday and I can just freaking relax, play video games, and I'm gonna log out so I don't, because these things spawn relatively fast, and I think it's because so many people are playing right now that they've got like this respawn speed up like super high. So go to main menu here. But yeah, so super awesome stream. Really appreciate you guys watching and stuff. I'm gonna check my my friends and see if I can put you guys over to another great stream. But I'm so happy it's Friday. I've been looking forward to streaming. Like, I've been looking forward to the weekend all week. Obviously, everybody does, but I've really been looking forward to streaming some New World. So I'm glad that the stream is like up and running and like good to go, because that was like really important for me to get to. But tomorrow, we have the best time of the week, which is my D&D streams. That will be starting at 9 p.m. on 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And we usually go till about 1 a.m. I love my D&D streams. I think they're awesome. If you ever watch D&D or just played yourself, I mean, it's really like an enjoyable experience. And our group is really immersed in the world that we've got going on. There's a lot of backstory, a lot of well thought out character dialogue, and we've just been enjoying it. And right now, just to keep things brief, we are up in some mountain peaks, getting ready to take on a very, very formidable enemy from another plane of existence. So a lot of super cool things happening in the D&D stream. So you guys, if you enjoy that, you definitely won't want to miss it. But that will happen, like I said, 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time, and it should be a lot of fun. Other than that, I mean, we're still doing the daily sub goal, which we're looking for just basically, if I get 2 subs, I'll be doing a filtered cam stream of anything that basically my viewers want to see. So it can be anything ridiculous, think kind of like Snapchat, but I'll do that all stream, and we can think of something really wacky for me to be during an entire streaming session that I do. And then we have, lastly, the 200 follower crypto giveaway, which I will be doing once we hit 200 followers, which right now I believe we're at 130. 131 actually with Yogi. We will be doing a free crypto giveaway. All you have to do is follow me in order to be eligible. And if you do so, I will be basically at the 200 follower mark, be announcing a winner. Desiree is not eligible, sorry. And if you win, I will be sending 3 million Shiba Inu tokens, or the equivalent if you prefer another coin like Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever, to you directly. No strings attached, nothing. Just for supporting the stream, just for being cool and part of the community. So definitely be on the list for that, because that'll be announced at 200 followers, which is approaching relatively quickly. But that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely be streaming this game more. I don't know if I'll be streaming Sunday. I kind of said I wasn't going to, but this is all just kind of TBD type stuff. But I don't plan on streaming Sunday, so after D&D tomorrow, definitely be streaming Monday at the latest for New World. So if you guys want to see that, come check it out. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching.